The secret of the Dragon Emperor compels you. What's going on, everyone? Welcome, Arvanauts. Welcome, everybody, to a Tuesday stream, and welcome to the first Tuesday of May. It is May 5th, and it is my great pleasure to welcome all of you to Day 7 of Dragonbane, The Secret of the Dragon Emperor, a session that we are calling today, What Lies Below. I'm excited for all of it, and I can't wait to get you all into this. I also want to mention, I'm just putting this out there for folks at the beginning of the stream, that we will also have nominations for the Patreon Field Chat Chosen Game of the Month at the end of the session today, so be ready for that. I am excited about it. So the horse deserves a spot in the intro. Well, it's fair. I mean, also there's a chicken. There's also Chickgore. You can't see Chickgore because Chickgore is behind the Dragonbane word, but Chickgore actually was hugely important in our last session. So there's multiple characters that need their time. You're quite right, Raythenic. Anyway, it's good to see everybody, and I'm excited for today and a good day of streaming. Also have a couple of announcements to make. So all excited about that. Before we get there, a couple of quick reminders. If you have not done so already, please follow our channel. Please check out our YouTube with !ArvTube, and please subscribe to us over there. It's free for you to do that, but really helps us out, get that access to extra content. Discord is !ArvCord. You can hang out with the Arvanauts in between streams. Blue Sky is !ArvSky. Please follow me over there. I'm at a new record level of followers, so thank you for that. And the website for this, arvanelleron.com. Financially, !ArvShop. That's the merchandise area. You can get cool swag for yourself, which also supports the channel. We'll be adding a couple of things there soon. The Patreon is !ArvTreon. Very excited for that too. Very excited. Well, I am excited for the fact that we're going to be making some alterations in it soon as I get a little bit of extra time. The last day of my semester was yesterday. I have one final exam I'm doing on that I have to give on Monday the 11th. So I'm going to be grading and doing all that kind of good stuff over the next week. But we're almost to the finish line of this semester, and then being able to get ready for what will be a busy month of May and a busy summer to come. So, but in any case, supporting the Patreon gets you cool stuff for you and cool stuff to support the channel as well. Also, subbing to the channel gets you those custom sub badges and emotes to use here, there, and everywhere across Twitch. Inspirations, by the way, have now been reset. So anyone who's current on inspirations, you'll be able to see that your inspirations have returned. The channel point inspirations are available to you. We have 2 of those every month. And also, you can always re-up or up for the first time Patreon and sub at a high enough level so you can get those inspirations to help our tabletop players. Boy, did we need it last couple of sessions. In our last session, somebody almost died. A character almost died, but they survived barely, thanks to the help of the inspirations of chat. So there's that. On the publishing front, !Icarus, my graphic novel from Athos Arts, !Library. That's my Tales and Tomes, The Forbidden Library, my 5e adventure and sourcebook from Alligator Alley Entertainment. And Greyshade is my Greyshade IP, Greyshade Renegade Heretic, the Grey Assassin trilogy available at that link. You can also get from our very own Trend Sparks. Those books, also audiobooks from our very own Trent Sparks of Greyshade, Renegade, and Heretic at that link. And you can also pre-order the tabletop role-playing game of Greyshade from Alligator Alley Entertainment featuring lead designer Brandon O'Brien, The Rising Tides, at that link as well. And last but certainly not least, !BLM, Black Lives Matter. Important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. !Help Now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Important to reach out to others when you need help and reach out to others when they need help as well. And !Ukraine, UKRAINE, to help the people of Ukraine as they fight back against an illegal and illegitimate war with bravery and courage, and send the message. We'll do so for others in that situation in the future. Again, love and respect and kindness and all good thoughts to the people of Minnesota, specifically Minneapolis, as they continue to fight successfully against federal occupation and push back this treasonous, traitorous administration at every turn, and inspire us to do the same. Thank you for being you. Let me get rid of this. Whoops, wrong thing. Let me get rid of, where are you? Let me get rid of that. That's what I meant to do. And let me turn on that and let me say hi. Just before I introduce the folks there, I do want to mention 2 things. First of all, there is a Twitch promotion that I have running right now, which is to say that you are going to be able to get more promotional time available, which means that what it basically means is that you will get any sub bundle of 5 or more subs that you do in the next 3 hours here. you will get 35% off that gift sub bundle. So you can save a little bit of money. And so keep that in mind, because you can save a bit of money right now because we're running that promotion that was given to us by Twitch. So thanks to Twitch for the promotion, but most of all, thanks to all of you for considering doing that. So that's the first thing, is the Twitch promotion that we've got running. The second thing that I want to mention that is important, I mentioned that I've got the nominations coming up, but I did want to make a couple of channel announcements. Next Thursday is going to be, starting next Thursday, we will have a special just announced today audiobook event, and that is going to be talking to 3 experienced audiobook narrators, one of whom I'm going to talk about in just a moment. Tren Sparks, C.S.E. Cooney are going to be speaking with myself and Andrew Hiller, who has a recent book out from Athos Arts, Hornytown Chutzpah, which he also narrated along with his audiobook narrating sister. So we had the chance to sort of talk about audiobooks in more detail, and I thought it'd be fun to do that. And so that's going to be happening from 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern, Thursday the 14th, I believe it is. So a week from this coming Thursday. So mark your calendars for that. It should be fun. And then afterwards, we're going to be moving on to, I believe, Gloomhaven is what we're looking at with Zach Clay, starting at 8 p.m. But at 7 p.m., we will have that talk about voice acting and voice narration. Should be a lot of fun. And beyond that, of course, I have also announced ArvCon. That is now starting in, I believe it is, let me just make sure, 2 weeks from this Friday. 2 weeks from this Friday, I'm going to start announcing sponsors for this in the next few days. And then I'm going to announce the schedule for it as well. I have the schedule pretty much all put together, a couple of little tweaks, but otherwise the schedule's pretty much all there. I'll be announcing that. I'll be announcing all the sponsor lists of people, which is very exciting too, for ArvCon, our 12th annual ArvCon, and the goal that we will be setting. I'll announce that also. And finally, just announced, Zach Clay and myself have a new event that we are going to be featuring on June 27th at the San Francisco Public Library's main branch. Zach and I will be hosting Roleplay by the Bay, a tabletop role-playing game con. This is an actual play event featuring 2 aspects of actual play. The first will be a morning session featuring 3 more Damon Runyon scientists in person. I'll be doing a little bit of an Ask Me Anything / interview with them, conversation with them, followed by a one-shot, a Dungeons & Dragons one-shot with those scientists in front of a live audience. And then we'll have lunch, and then after lunch will be in the afternoon. Zach will be running members of the teen program, the Dungeons & Dragons teen program he runs with the library, in the afternoon. It's going to be in their big auditorium. Very excited for this. We'll try to live stream it as well if we can, but we are very excited about it. It should be open to the public. We'll have more details about that soon. But yes, Roleplay by the Bay is coming up in June as well. So we've got special events and a whole bunch of other things. Hope to have another union meeting coming up soon, and so forth. Very excited about that. And yes, we do have the pre-show. That is a good point. I'll be talking about the pre-show as well, but I'll announce all that as part of the schedule soon. All right, now having said that, the time has come for us to get these amazing Dragonbane players on. So I'm going to unmute myself and apologize to anyone that I might have interrupted. We were talking a lot about pastries, and then I'm going to unmute them. And last but certainly not least, I'm going to head over to reveal to you the crew. They are here. They are present, and you will notice that none of their characters are dead. I just want to be clear about that. Despite concerns to the contrary, everyone's characters lived. They were all fine. It was fine. There were no problems. I don't know why you were ever worried. It was okay.
Just dead on the inside.
Instead of exactly. What? No, that's not true. You're more alive than
But
ever.
you agreed first.
Look, I started to say that's true, and then I realized anytime Tari tells me something, I should wait and assess and then repeat. That's how that should actually go. Anyway,
I love that.
it is a great pleasure to welcome the crew here. I will start with at the top of the screen, at the top of the row. Crocs is here, who informed me, well, sort of had his thunder stolen by Tari, but that his favorite German pastry is, oh God, pudding plunder? Pudding, is that at all vaguely?
Something like that, but
okay. Which
I
is
have
just
realized,
pastry with pudding. It's delicious. It's amazing sounds. Anyway.
It's true, but I have realized my mistake, and I realized that I may have lied to you.
What?
Because there's another thing that was just so deeply buried in my childhood memories that it's probably even above that.
Okay.
It's like sweet pretzels made out of like flaky dough and like hazelnut dough mixed and then like
Sweet pretzel.
conjoined.
I'm not a big hazelnut guy though, so I'm wondering if I'd still be happy with the pudding one. I'm still stuck on pretzel with pudding in it, which I know is not what you said.
Well, it's not a pretzel.
I know.
It's shaped like one, but it doesn't taste or like texture-wise.
It looks like a pretzel.
Like
it tastes like a croissant with pudding, right? Isn't that what
Yeah.
you said?
basically.
That-
And
I
like
mean,
some
all of that is good.
sugar glazing.
All of that is amazing. I love onion
Yeah.
by that.
Very true.
But it is good to see you, Crocs. When not thinking about pastries and lying to your kindly game master about what actual pastry you wanted. No, I'm just kidding. How's everything with you, and who are you playing today?
Yeah. What should I say? Yeah, honestly, it just came to my mind. But yeah, I'll be playing today as Toriel, our sometimes very resolute elf, I hear. And I'm hoping I don't have to bash things in again, or maybe I do. Who knows?
That's true.
Other than that, yeah, the weather's been nice on my end, finally. It's been getting to the degree that I'm slowly starting to get the feeling that I'm being cooked alive, but that's still a ways off. So
I was going to say we can't complain quite yet. We need to wait, before I start
not
complaining
quite
about the
yet.
heat.
True.
So yeah, Wraith Fenix says I heard dip pretzels in pudding. No, it looks like a pretzel, but it tastes like a croissant and it has pudding in it. Like that is the description, which I think is astonishingly awesome. And I'm sure Crocs doesn't like raisins, Echo. I don't know why you would even ask that question.
Raisins are okay.
Yeah. Moving on. No, it's fine. Anyway, good to have Crocs with us as always. Also good to have Tari with us, who did tell me about the pudding plunder pudding. I just love the idea that we're plundering pudding. I'm going to be stuck on that image, is the idea.
Like Plunder Bunny from Monkey Island.
Exactly. How are you, Tari? How's everything with you? And who are you playing
Good.
today?
Also, I did finally think of what my favorite pastry is. It's Nusseken, which is like 90% hazelnuts, so you're not gonna like it.
Oh, okay. My kids love, both of my kids love hazelnut.
God, what's wrong with them?
Nutella specifically. And I it's okay. I guess it's not awful, but I don't know. Like they just are like, oh, Nutella. So I don't know. So you do like the hazelnut. Is it Nutella-ish, or is hazelnut and Nutella not even remotely close?
It's like more born from like the same flavor profile, I guess, because like Germany is like really big on anything hazelnut with chocolate, which is also what a Nussecke is. It's like one of the big flavor combos.
Right.
But yeah, no, like texture-wise, not even remotely. It's like more of a think of an apple crumble, but replace all the apples with hazelnuts and then add a little bit of chocolate frosting. Not frosting, but like glazing, I guess.
I swear to
it's
God.
Like the closest description I can think of.
It's like Legos. I'm like, click. I'm like, what? A click. I'm like, in my mind, like the mental image. Remove all that. I'm like, apple crumble. Like, amazing. Remove that. I'm like, okay. Add hazelnuts. I'm like, and then chocolate. I'm like, good? Okay. Got it. Totally.
Well, I love it. So
no, that's good. That's all that matters. When not enjoying this lovely pastry, Tari, how are you and who are you playing today?
Well, like when I'm not enjoying it, I'm stuck in the Netherlands where I can't get this stuff.
Ah, true.
Which is why I couldn't think of it, because I haven't had it in a long time.
Oh no, you broke it. I cannot have it.
No, but we also have some yummy stuff here. Alas, very rarely anything with hazelnuts, which is one of my favorite flavors. Anyway, yeah. Hi, I'm Tari. I'm good. And I'm playing a duck who is definitely not evil. Maybe.
But is terrible.
Yeah.
But is terrible.
Right.
Oh, yes, of course.
Right.
Yeah. So, yes, the most terrible that ever there has been. But yeah, she is a mage on a quest for power and knowledge and, the usual mage stuff.
And is closer to that, still in possession of, which I don't think any of her companions yet know, a piece of a dragon statuette, a dragon emperor statuette. So that happened last session, and so we'll see how that leads to ultimate power. But thank you, Tari. Always a pleasure to have Tari with us. Like a hazelnut bear claw.
I never had a bear claw, so I wouldn't know. I only know bear claws from that one Weird Al song. So.
That's right. And yes, Darkwing Duck vibes might have been a slight influence on Tari, who's also the
No, it
artist
wasn't
for all of this
Darkwing
stuff.
Duck. It was Magica the Spell. Thank you very much.
yes, exactly. Tari is
Daffy Duck, Magica the Spell, and Edwin Odysseron. And
mildly
a little bit of
interested in drawing ducks. So that's been part of it. Always a pleasure to have Tara with us. Also a pleasure to have Tren with us. Trendane Sparks is with us, and it's good to see you, Tren. I didn't ask Tren actually his favorite pastry, because I was just getting other people's pastries orders. So like, what would be defined as your favorite pastry of however you choose to define that, I guess, Tren, and who are you playing today?
First, I will have to, not really, curse that Fennec for putting the idea of a hazelnut bear claw in my head, because oh my God, that sounds good. Focus. I think I mean, there's those little Hostess cakes, which technically are pastries because they're like really, really, but I mean, they're crap, because they're mass market things. But the cherry pie, little fruit pie things, I mean, I love cherries, so those are really awesome. I also really like the lemon pies, because it's not so much the pie, it's the lemon curd inside that I really like. So that's why I like lemon meringue and key lime pie, because so delicious, so delicious. There was another thing that blackberry. I really like a lot of fruits, whatever. That's probably why I'm diabetic. Anyway, just shovel. Those pies, they don't put enough filling in them anymore, because they used to have a lot of filling in there, and now it's just kind of a like a 10 cc squirt of
right.
thing, which doesn't work worth a damn. But one day I was like, I want one of those, but I want more of the pie filling. So I went and bought like 2 of the pies, and I went and bought a can of cherry pie filling, and I would just take a bite of the pie and a spoonful of the cherry pie filling, and just this is why I'm diabetic. Okay. Don't do this, kids. Especially when you've got a genetic predisposition, but whatever. I am playing, amazingly, a wolf. Who would have thought that,
unprecedented.
A furry who's a wolf would play a wolf in any game that he gets to play. So his name is Chuff. Well, it's not Chuff. It is Chuff, but it's kind of not. Anyway, everybody calls him Chuff because that's how he introduces himself. But he kind of says, and everybody just reads it as Chuff. But he's a hunter, and he's really, really good at bushcraft, which, given our last session, it makes no sense to me that the ability to make bandages exists nowhere in the game. You have to buy them.
Yeah, you have to buy bandages.
That makes no sense to me.
I have to look and see if there's an alternate rule set that would allow you to craft them, because you would think but I'll look into that.
Yeah. Anyway, so the beauty of this whole thing is that I think we have one more game next week, right?
Yes, that's right.
For this, and that will be 4 weeks in a row.
That's true.
That we've gotten to play. I mean, that's amazing.
True. That's actually true. Yeah, as it turns out, a consistent 4 weeks. Dragonbane all the time. It's all Dragonbane all the time. But when I get to hang out with such lovely people, it's always a good thing. Always a pleasure to have Tren with us. Thank you, Tren. And last but and also I announced this before, but you'll be seeing Tren again a week from Thursday as well, as part of a conversation I'm having with voice book narrators. So I'm going to be talking with Tren, with CSE Cooney, Claire Cooney, who should be known to people on this channel for work on audiobook stuff. And we'll also be talking with Andrew Hiller, who is the author of Hornytown Chutzpah, which came out from Athos Arts recently, and who narrated along with his sister, who does audiobook narrations, the audiobook of Hornytown Chutzpah. And so I spoke with Andrew about this, and I was like, I know a couple of people that I'd love to talk about how they do this sort of thing. So that's going to be happening a week from Thursday. So definitely mark your calendars. That should be really enjoyable. But thank you, Tren. And last but certainly not least, of course, Undeveloped Bruce is with us, as is Frogar, still with us. We survived. Bruce, how are you? Bruce started to explain and then showed a picture of Welsh cakes, and I was very impressed with those too. I'm generally impressed with many things Welsh because as I've been told by both Bruce and by Darksaber, both Welsh, that they have tons of castles and then also awesome foods like the one that I just heard described. So I'm pretty much likely to believe what I'm told about anything that's good about Wales, basically, is what I'm saying. So, so Bruce, in that spirit, what other cool things are there about Wales? No, it's okay. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. How are you? How's everything with you? And who are you playing today?
Oh, let's start with a very long list. I don't know the. Yeah, I never liked Welsh cakes growing up. They're sort of a mix between a shortbread biscuit and a pancake, like the American style thick pancakes.
Yeah.
But, and you're not gonna like this, they do traditionally have raisins in, which is why I never liked them growing up.
All right, that's our show. I want to thank everyone for coming. No, just kidding.
But yeah, anyway, I grew to appreciate them for what they are, and now they are the only type of cake, dessert, pastry that I will eat that has raisins in it.
I see. Do you typically have them with like jam or something, or are they just raisins?
Nah, you eat them like they're a biscuit.
I see.
You know, just num num num.
Tari, just before you go on, because Tari is restarting Zoom and currently you are out of frame, so I am waiting just a second before we get you in here.
And undeveloped Bruce's window is my mouth and Frogor.
Yeah, I'm thinking if
it's
there's a way
so
that
cold. I'm so alone.
Hang on just a second.
Hey, who turned out the lights?
Oh,
hey,
who
turned out the lights? The Welsh person's got to make the Doctor Who references.
Oh my God, it's such a great episode.
Yeah.
Undeveloped beard. Yeah, that, well, it's the way that it actually looks. Why am I not getting, why can I not see anything? I think it's because I can't see that. Let's put that there. Aha! There's what it is. I just temporarily removed Crocs's picture for just a moment so I can get Bruce up here and actually then put Bruce back in the right spot just while we're waiting for Tari to return because she is battling Zoom, which I have great sympathy for. Okay.
I love the fact that up here my head is smaller than my beard is in this part of the window down here. So it's this creative, thing.
Okay. Now we've got Bruce back. Everyone else I'm not adjusting yet because I don't have to redo it. So Bruce is here. Bruce, who are you playing today?
I am playing Frogor, who you can see down here. He is a mallard, as you can clearly see in his photo. And he is a knight serving Ahatea the Terrible duo, I suppose. And he definitely didn't almost die last week and is fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. Everything is okay. So I am very happy to have Bruce and Frogor still with us. Okay, now that Tari is
and
back, just change this. There we go.
Chikor and Horgor.
Okay. Yeah, so right. And also, Bruce, you just want to mention the person that was that you were we were talking about, we were joking about maybe switching over to. We were doing the backstory for new characters while Frogor was still technically alive. But Chikor and Hogor, which Wraith Fennec said, why is there not more introduction of each of the animal heroes? So that's fair point. The Chikor and Hogor are also here. And just part of Frogor's attempt to make everything a minion at some point. So I'm excited for more of that. Tari's back. Zoom is working, Tari? Are we all back and functional? Okay. Good. All right, so let's talk about what happened in our last session, everybody. And it was a doozy. The members of this fine crew have been tasked with trying to track down pieces of a Dragon Emperor statuette, which supposedly is going to be integral to battling back the continual fight between dragons and demons, which affects the people of Misty Valley and, of course, our 4 intrepid adventurers as well. They went into having gotten a lead that there may be one of these available at the burial or in the burial mound of Rittermound, which was also said to be haunted by a knight, as Bruce just described. Like they were pretty sure it was just rumors, right? So they went to Rittermound, they went down there, and they found a few things. 1, lots and lots of bugs. 2, a few bats. And 3, a wight. They managed to defeat the wight, which was also a knight, the knight that was a wight. And after defeating it, then found a ghostly figure, a warrior woman, who spoke in strange languages to them. Their response was to try to figure out what was happening, and then they ended up basically trying to push past the ghost and go into the sarcophagus room that you see on the screen in front of you. The ghost was not a fan of this and attacked. I think it's fair to say that the ghost almost obliterated the party, but did not do so. And almost killed Frogor, but did not do that either. They were able to defeat the ghost, and part of the reason they were able to defeat the ghost was thanks to the discovery of a magical warhammer, which was wielded by Toriel, a magical warhammer known as Fiend Crusher, which, as it turns out, not only is magical in that it does magical damage, but also is magical in that whenever a demon is near, like Sting in The Hobbit, when orcs or goblins are near, glows blue, this hammer will glow red whenever a demon is within 10 meters. And so Toriel now has this magical, badass, awesome warhammer. There is also this amazing bit of chainmail, which was put on, I believe, by Frogor, if I'm not mistaken. So they did find some loot, is what I'm saying, but almost at great personal cost. By the time we were done with this fight, Chuff still has 12 out of 12. Toriel was at 5 out of 12 hit points. Ahatea was at 5 out of 15 hit points. And Frogor is at 5 out of 9 hit points, only after having literally survived a death survival roll, the failure of which would have meant the end, and finally was healed by Chuff, I believe, to bring back Frogor the rest of the way. So Frogor is sitting at 5 out of 9. I will remind the party that they have taken their stretch rest except for Chuff. So be aware that that's basically your short rest out of the way. But you are now still standing inside this tomb, having defeated the wight, having defeated the ghost. There are a few areas left that you have not explored here, and you are also holding these magical items. The other thing, of course, is that Ahatea is holding another magical item, which neither Toriel nor Chuff nor Frogor know anything about as of yet, I believe.
Yeah, it's like, I'm assuming we are like now a bit refreshed and stuff, right?
Well,
No?
I mean, like, not in terms of officially mechanically, like the hit point total.
No, I mean, like, we had a break after Frogor. Yeah, okay. So, like, Ahatea would be like, behold! And, like, reach into a rope and get out the piece of the statue. Aha! I found some powerful treasure.
Mistress, you truly are the most terrible. Frogor would like to fawn over the mistress. I don't know if there is a fawning
Make a roll for fawning. I feel like you would get that at triple advantage if that exists. I feel like that's you can fawn as a free action. It's fine.
Excellent.
Writing that down, thank you. For future reference.
You said we could fawn as a free action.
Yeah.
Yes, when you're out of combat.
Yeah, exactly.
You did not specify.
But everything's a free action when you're out of combat. Shut up.
What would the party like to do?
Well, Ahatea is holding the piece of the statue and waits for people to comment outside of Frogor.
Frogor, starts elbowing people. In particular, our elf, Toriel, who Frogor, I've just noticed, is still angry. And so tell her she's done a good job. As he's like elbowing Toriel in the back of the knee.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I guess you could say, Toriel is both exhausted from the events that just transpired, as well as angry. So he shoots you a very menacing glare before looking at the little statuette, squinting his eyes and having a look. So, is that what you're looking for?
Well, it is one of the pieces from the map, is it not? And she gets the map out and unfolds it and like points at the little bits of statue that are in the corners. See?
Hmm.
So we have the feet and what's the other piece?
What is this new piece?
This is now the foot piece, yeah? Let me
Yes,
recheck.
I'm pulling it up right now. Actually, it is. If you look at the bottom left here.
Wait, we already had the feet, so this is not the feet. Unless there are two pairs of feet.
Wait, what?
Yeah, we
already
got
got
the
we
feet
got the
in
feet
session
from
2.
the guy.
Oh, that's right. Weatherman had the. Yes, that's right. My bad. Right. It was the second one up from that. So it was the right side of the torso. Let me show you all the.
Ah, we got a right tit right here.
In the upper part of the long sword and left arm. Okay, the right side of the torso. Right. So it would be
Top left with the sword.
just this one right here. Yes, this one right here, top left of the map.
So we have top left and bottom right.
Yep.
Top left.
No,
and bottom
top
left.
left and bottom left. Yeah.
You're right.
So we only have one foot, not
You
pair
have
of feet?
so you had no, because this one is the whole bottom piece of the statuette. And then there are 3 other pieces, one of which is like the right.
Oh,
see
you
what I
mean
mean?
like the position of the maps? Yeah,
Yeah,
okay. So, need to zoom in.
So that is.
Oh yeah,
what
I
we've
see
got.
what you mean. So is it? It's the figure's right arm,
The figure's
Right.
right arm and the long sword being
the
held.
dexter arm,
Yep.
to be specific.
Mhm.
Okay,
As opposed to the sinister.
correct.
Yep, and you can see the bottom of the sword on the piece you previously had that kind of, nicely matches up with the top of it. And what was I going to say? So right now you have that second piece. You have both pieces. You have the bottom of the top one. Are you doing anything with either of these pieces? Like, are you trying to, like put one to the other? Are you trying to keep them completely separate? Are you how are you carrying all of these?
Well, first of all, she has like a bunch of pockets sewn into the inside of her robe.
Okay.
She would keep them in there. But yeah, like during a moment of I guess now would be perfect. Like she would like just sit there and like sit these on top of each other. I guess.
As soon
Like
as
sitting
you,
there like
yeah,
it's
as
like
soon
one
as
with
you
her tongue
do that,
sticking out to the side.
as soon as you do that, Hatea, clink, the top and the bottom like essentially fuse as if like held together magnetically.
Then she holds it like with 2 fingers, just in one spot, and like wiggles it around. Ha!
Yep, and it
This
doesn't.
appears to be stuck.
Yep.
Very interesting. Is this?
If you keep doing that, is it going to get to be too big to fit in your pockets anymore?
Very big pockets. And she like gets out like a whole ass just like a whole ass tome like out of her coat, like zip.
Literally, yeah. Amazing.
Which would be her grimoire, or as she called it, her grimoire. Her spellbook.
Yeah.
Frogor says, I do not have big pockets like the mistress. And he reaches a hand into his new chainmail and wiggles it about in very dubious looking places and pulls out a battery toe that is like squished into like a pancake.
man.
I should mention that since Ahatea is a cartoon duck, she does have hammer space, actually. Very important character detail.
That's good to
Frogo
know.
also, as a cartoon animal, actually should have hammer space.
Yes, I would assume so. Although I like the idea of a squashed bat piece of any kind.
Well, it's Frogor's favorite pastry.
Yeah.
So.
No.
And it looks like it's been pasted, so
Yeah.
it's become a paste.
It really has. The heat of the friction moving around in the chainmail.
Delicious.
So, did we want to check either of these passageways here or go down the bug tunnels if maybe Chikor is hungry again?
Speaking of hungry, I'm very hungry.
Oh, we've got Batritos.
Frogo offers the squished Batrito.
Well, I suppose, and like out of character, really badly need a long rest here. A shift rest. A shift rest.
Gone full Sean Connery. That's very impressive.
Sure.
Um,
A full shift rest.
And actually, though, I need to double check because did we take a shift rest? Well, we did the shift rest actually. No, we did a stretch. We did a
stretch rest.
Did a stretch rest. That's right.
I did.
Half hour.
So we have not done a shift rest here. However, did we take a shift rest upstairs after you encountered the farmers?
Yes.
Or not?
Oh no, that was like we encountered them during our shift rest.
That's right. Okay. So you can have a stretch rest once per shift. Okay, so that works. So yes, you could do that. One full shift of time, which I believe is going to be an extensive period of time. So talk about that specifically. So a shift is 6 hours. So you would need to rest for that period of time to be able to get that back. Are you going to do so in the ghost room or someplace else, or in the sarcophagus room? Does anyone want to rest in the sarcophagus? Yeah, I just want to make sure.
I was just going to say you could rest in the sarcophagus.
Super comfy.
Frogo would not. Frogo feels uncomfortable leaving Hogor upstairs on his own for that long.
Right.
He gets separation anxiety, you know.
Hmm?
Frogor, I mean. Hogor's fine.
Frogor's up there like, that's good grass.
Mistress, I believe there are too many bugs down here for you to sleep comfortably. I would hate for your sleep to be disturbed, mistress. We must go back up to the surface for you to rest, where I can roll out a lovely bedroll for you.
Yes, that sounds splendid. Let's do that. And she starts marching off to the rope.
Toriel, Chuff, how about you?
Might as well.
This seems like a reasonable proposition, assuming I can make it back up the rope.
I would say that since you are not currently under, extreme duress, I think you can probably take your time to get up there this time without having.
This Chuff is like holding the rope to keep it steady, and every now and then goes.
Woohoo! Yeah, I guess if Chuff is going to deliberately undercut you, then of course let's. No. Okay, so assuming that is not the case, you can all make it back up to this topmost area here.
Before climbing up the rope, Ahatea would refill her pouch of mummy dust, since like last time she threw the dust at the ghost's face to distract it.
Yes, indeed. Okay. All right.
How many meters high was it up to the top of the rope again?
I think that we said, as I look at the
I think
entrance
it was like
area,
3 or 4.
it was
that
5 meters to the bottom of the shaft, actually.
Excellent. Frogor would like to look pointedly at Toriel, smirk, and then use the leaping ability
Nice.
to just jump right up with Chitgor in one hand and just like smirk and then just jump straight up and land outside the top without even touching the rope.
Wow. Dramatically emerges.
Gifted duck.
Yeah.
And that cost me 3 willpower points, and they were well used.
Right, it's one of those deals where you get to the top, right, acting like, and the minute you get out of the way, you're like, oh, like you just sort of like, you're like, as if it's nothing. I'll just take this chicken with me too. Toriel has any reaction to this, or just climbs up, like, okay, great.
Toriel will probably at this point. He's seen some stuff today, so I guess he's just gonna follow that silhouette, roll his eyes, and begin climbing the rope.
With that 1,000-meter stare, as it were. Okay, you're able to get back up to the top, and which brings us over to everyone can. Actually, you might not be able to move your tokens. I don't know.
No, we can't because we can't pass through walls.
All right. Fortunately, I can. Pow! Look at that. The mighty power of this. Okay, I'm going to go over there. So there you are. You are now standing outside above the shaft that leads down into Rittermound.
Yes.
Rogor will start laying out bedrolls, trying to find like the nice, flattest, softest, mossy bit of ground. Not too damp. Yeah.
Looks like a lot of stones, Frogor, have been moved up here. Someone's been rolling a bunch of stones like over. You don't know, what the deal is, but someone's been doing that apparently. Yeah. Okay. All right. So during a shift rest, now I should ask if anyone is setting any watch or anything of that sort. Hogor is up here just fine, by the way.
Been pushing the boulders together to make himself a nest.
Okay.
Like horses do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy. Mistress, what say you to setting up a shift rota, a watch rota for the night?
Watch what?
Mm-hmm.
Rota?
Watch, in case there are those farmers return.
Oh yes, those filthy farmers. Yes, Thor. And she like goes eeny miny mo round. So let's see. He goes last. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's last. Who wants to go first?
Frogor is first, actually. Ah, I'm just rolling if that's cool.
Okay.
Let's see. Then we have Toriel at 2, and that makes Chuff at 3.
Chuff gets to sleep the whole night.
Okay, so I'm sorry, who did you say was first in this group?
Frogor,
Frogor.
the notoriously extremely vigilant and aware.
Speaking of which, so I'm glad you mentioned aware. Frogor, I would like an awareness roll from you,
Hey.
please.
Here we go!
Right, I roll awareness with a Bane.
You do? Because of
my open helm.
Oh, right.
So you can do
I
it.
was going to say,
It'd be like a double bane if it was a closed helm.
because remember, for everybody else, during a shift rest, you recover all hit points and willpower and heal all conditions, unless it's interrupted by combat. We'll talk about that. Okay.
Fantastic.
17. Okay, so Frogor, everything seems completely fine. At one point, you hear a
Somebody's engine just won't turn over. They just key it.
It's coming from behind you.
Frogor will turn around.
You see Hogor.
Gives Hogor a little smooth.
You also
There,
hear
Gale.
you hear very slight. Baga.
Ah, gives Chick Gore a little bit of a fussing as well. Everybody needs a bit of fussing when they're going to sleep, apart from Mistress Ahatea, who does not like being fussed while asleep.
I missed an opportunity to have...
Frogo, that was a very hard learned lesson.
Oh no. I missed an opportunity to have Chick Gore do the horse sound and Hogor do the chicken sound.
Yes, you did.
My bad. But otherwise, Frogor, nothing else disturbs anyone's rest until it is time for you to give way to who's second? Was it Ahate or was it Toriel?
The elf.
It was Toriel. All right.
Yes.
So Toriel, I need you to make an awareness check as well as we head into the midnight hour.
Is this still with conditions, or are these already gone?
I would say no, because this is technically you're in the midst of it, but since you're doing watches, I would say you've cleared your conditions by this point.
Okay.
So we all get to roll for our shift rest, or what?
Yes, you can all roll for you. Well, actually, wait a second. Don't do that yet. This for conditions kind of depends on what Toriel chooses to do, or what.
Okay, I will just clear my conditions, and then I will roll for awareness. I see nothing wrong.
Absolutely not. Yeah, everything is totally fine. You do think that you hear the far-off cry of a wolf. At one point, you hear it seems to be coming from near you.
I would like to turn towards the noise and at least have a look.
You see a dark cloaked figure slightly breathing, and you hear terrible power. Terrible. You think it might be Ahatea.
I was about to ask, is the figure lying down?
Yes.
If yes, that's probably fine.
You see a bill just slightly peeking out from from the hood.
Like every 10 or 15 cycles of that, you hear necromancy.
Ultimate power.
Blitz them.
Fear me. Anyway, all otherwise though, Toriel, everything passes apparently more or less uneventfully from what you can tell. Wait until it is time for you to give way to Chuff, who I think is third. Chuff, as we head into the, let's say the early morning hour, the very extraordinarily early morning hours of 3 to 5-ish or something like that. Go ahead and roll an awareness for me too, please.
Yeah, that was always my favorite time to have to pull watch when I was in the army. Just awareness.
So Chuff, about an hour into your shift, everything's been very quiet. You have heard a, and then you've also heard a terrible thing. So you've heard that. You also hear something, occasionally hear mistress, something coming maybe from Frogor. And then just occasionally Toriel just sort of, while asleep, occasionally raises his fist in the air and angrily slams it next to him. Sleep rage, if you will.
But incredibly gracefully.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure. But the thing that you notice that's sort of out of the ordinary in particular is there's a noise coming from down the shaft. They've gone down the ventilation shaft, down the shaft. There is a noise coming there, and if you sort of, having gotten the awareness, you know that there's an unusual noise that you could, if you want to crawl over and put your ear over it, you might be able to hear it better. But something strange sound-wise coming from there.
Yes, I will do that, checking out of the thing with the stuff.
Okay. When you do that, you hear coming from down below, very quietly, or faintly, I should say, not quietly, faintly. It's obviously not right underneath the shaft. But coming from down there somewhere, you hear... Something seems to be snuffling or sniffing, or crying or something down there below. Again, not right below, but somewhere from inside the burial mound.
Chuff is kind of tilting his head back and forth in the way that canines
Yep,
do when they're
yep,
like,
yep.
what?
Yep.
And so he kind of turns back towards the party. He's like, 1, 2, 3. And he counts, okay, we're all up here, and kind of turns his, pivots his ears back towards the thing. Now, does it sound like it's coming from the room directly below, or
No.
like down the hallway?
Maybe down the hallway.
Okay.
Yeah. And as I say, faint, but definitely coming from somewhere down there, but not the room right below you, would be louder.
Going so well. He kind of sticks his neck as far down into the thing, and he's like, what?
Okay. So that kind of, so you say it loud enough that it could echo theoretically?
Down inside, but not.
Okay.
That's why he got his head down.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Below.
So when you say that, the stops dead.
I don't know if I would have phrased it that way,
Oh.
but
Stops dead. They're destroyed. No. Whatever the sound was stops the minute you say what.
go to sleep. And he just sits back up, but he's not like, okay, that took care of it. I know how to handle children.
So,
but no, he sits there and he's got like probably 75% of his attention focused on that hole, but he's not completely ignoring what's going on up here.
After about 10 minutes, the sound begins again.
And he looks at everybody else. How long has it been that we've been resting?
I would say, so let's see, 10, 12. Probably close to 6 hours, actually. This is getting close to the end of your, I guess, fourth would have been Ahatea.
Ahatea.
So I would say you probably are fairly close to having rested for 6 hours, because I'm assuming each shift would be about 2 hours probably. And so, yeah, I would say you're close to 6 hours, which technically is a shift rest.
Frogor in his sleep is murmuring, No, do not disturb the mistress's sleep, and is tossing and turning.
Somehow Frogor's awareness lasts even into the unconscious realm. Like, a true knight is always aware.
And so he takes another look around. I mean, there's mist, further down the hill beyond the standing stone things, but how close is it to the time to wake up Ahatea?
Probably about, if you waited another 10 minutes or so, probably it would be time, because you took time to come up, wait, listen. So yeah.
Okay, he'll wait and keep listening.
And same thing, pretty much, does not vary. And then what happened? Then you wake Ahatea.
Eventually, he's going to wake Ahatea, and as she rouses, he's going to kind of grab her bill and hold it shut and be like, "Listen, shut up and listen." And he very slowly releases her bill and is like, I don't know what that is, but I didn't want to go down there and check on it and leave you guys unattended. And he's released her bill at this point.
So, is it my time then, or what's happening?
Pretty much. But as long as we are both awake, I thought we might be able to discuss whether either of us should check that out.
Well, I mean, and she listens in. Can she also hear the noise? I guess so. So this is supposed to sound like a child crying, right? Or whimpering.
I'm not sure that you can say it's a child. It's sort of a higher. It's definitely not a. It's definitely not a low voice, but not sure that it's a child. But it's definitely something that seems to be whimpering or crying or something. Can't say it's a child for sure.
Well, they say that nothing will cheer you up like the presence of a puppy, so maybe you should go take care of it. Chop chop. And she slowly gets out of her blankets.
And he's just staring with this. Right. Good night then. And he goes to his thing and lays down.
What are you doing?
My shift is over.
So you want me to go check on it? Then I can't keep my my eyes on things.
True. And he lays down.
Kingdom for competent minions.
Oh, you have several competent minions, but not all of us are as obsequious as some.
In his sleep,
obsequious?
like Frogor, like a tear comes down the corner of his eye.
Oh no!
Like, is Antea processing like working through
Yeah,
the
she
third
does know
syllable?
what that means, but like she would also not admit it.
Yeah.
That she doesn't know.
Oh.
I do know. What does that mean?
Obsequious, Joe. I know.
Obsequious is like grovelingly subservient. Like,
Yeah.
yes, mistress. Sorry.
Like if Frogor was, totally not a knight, but just
Right, exactly.
I see. Right. Okay. So Ahatea would get up, get properly dressed and stuff. Try to ignore the noise coming from down there, and it's making her, by the moment, more and more irritated. While she's trying to have some tea, at some point she's sitting there I don't know, 15 minutes in or something, just sipping her morning tea. Fine, and she puts down her cup, gets up, flattens out her robe, and goes to grab her stuff and steps towards the hole.
okay.
By the way, so I did have my shift rest now, right?
Yes. So you've cleared your I think everybody at this point can roll their shift rest officially if they haven't already done so. And it should just double check because we haven't done this yet. I don't think. Make sure that it restores everything, but I think it should.
It does.
And Bruce, I love the fact that every time the dog goes upstairs, there's the white silhouette in the thing, and it's the exact shape of the dog.
Same shape. I was thinking the same thing. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's actually when I drew this greyhound, it was because she was standing exactly there, and I took a photo.
Nice.
Oh, that's so
and
cool.
then
Aww.
I took the measurements and drew a grid over the wall, and then put a photo of the grid over a photo of Moog standing there, so that when I came to draw it, I could just use the grid to know exactly where to place everything.
That's super cool. That
Oh.
is super cool.
I mean,
okay.
it doesn't matter. In my case, I didn't lose any hit points or.
You had conditions, didn't you, or a condition?
You
Or
said
no?
to clear them.
Yeah, right. I didn't know if it automatically does it when you do the shift rest, though.
It
That's-
does.
I don't. Okay, I had already cleared them, so
That's fine,
I'm
yeah.
doing it manually.
And it
But
does. You
I-
said, Tari? It does.
Yes.
Okay. Good. Excellent.
Filled up all my willpower points and my hit points.
Good. Wonderful.
And removed all conditions.
Okay. So so all the conditions are cleared, and now, Tari, you were going to say, now that you know that, what now?
Yeah. And now she waddles away, waddle, towards the hole,
All right.
and
Goes-
listens in closer
Eh,
and tries to she can see anything at the bottom of the hole, which she probably can't because it's
Cannot.
pitch black down there.
eh.
And your light skull
Yeah, she
thing
hasn't
is.
put it on yet. It would have run out by now. Because it lasts for... Well, I guess it lasts for a shift, not until a shift is over.
Yeah,
Thought
so
you
it would have
said
gone
10
out in the
hours.
middle of... Oh,
Yeah.
well, maybe in the...
Duration a shift, so...
Probably
it
like
would
towards
still be
the
active.
end. Yeah, it might be. It might be.
Yeah, so she would like take her stuff and light down there.
Okay. Yeah, so when you're just holding the staff down with the skull to light it up, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, when you look
I
down
actually
there...
did a doodle of what that looks like. Where is
You
it?
did? Anytime I hear Tari did a doodle of something, I want to...
It's not impressive or anything. It's just like,
Well,
I hope it shows on stream.
when Bruce does stuff, I also have this reaction. Like,
Wait,
yes,
that's
let
a
me see these
fireball
things.
there. Like basically, like that's what it looks like,
Oh, it's so freaking awesome.
and that's what the fireballs look like.
It sounds like
That's awesome.
part of a nursery rhyme. Terry did a doodle.
Oh.
Or something.
Oh, it does, doesn't it?
Or
Could
Terry
probably
doodle.
also write a limerick about that.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, what does she see? What do her duck eyes see?
What do your duck eyes see? So you more or less see the exact same thing that was the case when you actually left the room. It's just the two statues. You see the I think all the Bat-Ritos, all the bodies of bats are dead, but you see obviously the disturbed dirt and so forth on the floor from where you had your battle. But there's nothing down there in this room. Whatever the sound is coming from somewhere else in the complex, in the burial mound.
Intruder in the complex, master.
Exactly, Karen.
And if anybody gets that
Duck
reference,
eyes,
but yeah, I guess if she doesn't see anything further, like also she would be oh god, we got a limerick. Tari did the doodle. Do not Tari share the doodle. To not share the Tari doodle would be terrible. You'll share the doodle, won't you?
Terry did a doodle, do not Terry share the doodle, do not share the... Oh, okay, I get it.
Oh,
Terry did a
God.
doodle, do not Terry share the doodle, do not share the Terry doodle would be terrible. You'll share the doodle, won't you? Nice.
No,
Got
it's
it?
Tari, not Terry.
Hmm?
Tari.
Well, I was trying to... I know, but I was trying to rhyme it with,
Yeah.
Because you say Terry when you mean do not Terry, but you are Tari,
Yeah.
so...
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Oh,
they have
yeah,
to
yeah.
say, don't be
Very good.
Tari, like filled with tar, and that's...
So what's that? Is that a reference to a specific poem or I guess nursery rhyme, whatever?
I'll let Wraith Fennec answer
Because
that.
it's not a limerick, but
Yeah, no, it's not a limerick. There once, yeah, exactly. There once was a
That's
once
why
was
I
an
didn't
artist
use the
named
word.
Tari who
That's why I didn't say limerick when I thought of it, and I was just like,
who
no.
drew all the skies that were starry. She played a bad duck and ran out of luck
terrible.
and went out to find her new quarry. Hey, listen, considering I did that in about 3 seconds, that's not...
Nice.
All right, so what do you want to do?
Right. So at some point, like I'm assuming the whimpering hasn't stopped
It
with
is
her
continuing.
shining. It's like what's with the fussing down there? Like she would have also stuck her head
Oh,
down.
so you would have actually said that?
Yes.
Like, okay.
Yes.
When you say that,
Yes, I
it
would have
stops.
Well then, very good. And she goes back to her tea.
And about 10 minutes later,
Like her eye starts twitching.
And,
it's
and
twitching.
in his sleep, Chuck starts smiling. Progor's crying, Chuck is smiling.
If I had a nickel for every game where our characters kind of hated each other. Yeah, she gets back up again. Head! Quiet down there.
stops again.
Okay, and she goes to sit down again.
Another 10
And
minutes.
10 minutes later. Okay, I'm assuming this would just keep
This
repeating.
would continue, yeah.
Okay, so I guess after the 5th time, let's say, which would be, yeah, like 15 minutes in,
Yep, exactly.
she was like, all right, I hit it with this. And she stomps angrily to the hole.
Okay.
And actually goes down the rope.
Okay. Let me have you make and this is not a difficult one because you got the rope there. So you can get a boon to this. Let me have you make a acrobatics, please.
But Greg, I'm playing a foul, so I don't get fall damage. Should I?
Very nice. No need for you to keep feathering your nest. You just,
Yeah.
pay the bill eventually. You just go down.
Hey. Oh, what is it if it's the same?
It's that's fine. Then you
Okay.
pass. So
Then I
you get
pass.
down to the bottom with no problem, and it is definitely the sound is louder here, but it is coming from as I mentioned elsewhere in the complex. You can see far enough here though to see that it's not coming from here. You would guess it's coming from. Well, you don't know yet actually until you walk up because it's echoing. But you can see that there's nothing else unusual standing here other than the statues that are already there.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go to the. Wait, let me move my map over. Can you put my token down, please?
Oh, sorry. Keep forgetting. Can't cross the barrier.
I can't cross the barrier.
There we go.
Not a lich yet. Right. She would step up here and listen in, where the noise is coming from.
Yes. Now, when you have a chance to listen, let's see. You're positive that the sound is coming from here to the west.
To the west.
And it's much louder now down here. It's still not screaming, but it's definitely louder.
Clearly the offspring of one of the bugs that Chikor ate. So.
Why did mommy have to go? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, she would look down the hallway.
As you look down the hallway, you can see a lot of really cool stuff. Most importantly,
Bugs.
Yeah, musty smells. A lot fewer of them. You think
She
Chikor
can
may have
see
done some
the
good
musty
work.
smells.
But you can smell the musty smell. You can feel the chilly air, but also you can see slithering roots and worms and centipedes, and sort of crawling along the ground. Though, as I say, fewer than were the case before.
Okay. But yeah, she would look down there and be like, ugh, disgusting. Ugh, I absolutely cannot deal with this.
Love
And
it,
she
Echo.
goes back up the rope. And when she's up there, she moves the stone slab back over the hole and puts another rock on top of it.
Okay, wait. First, we need you to make an acrobatics check to do that. You're doing it in boon again.
Nope.
You're like,
Oh,
you
wait,
start
a boon. Wait, I have a boon.
you have boon.
Yes.
Hey.
Time. So you make it up, you close over the hole. Okay. So you
Wait,
seal
I
it
have
up.
the boon on the other one also, which means I should roll in case I get
Oh, yeah. That's true.
a thing. A dragon.
You
I
did
don't.
that.
I didn't.
Okay, so you end up coming back up to the top again. Whoops, sorry. Back up to the top again. And then you sort of close the stone. And I would say by this point it's close enough to the end of your shift that doing that is...
That racket wakes
I was gonna
everybody
say,
up.
as it falls to, all the rest of you sort of wake up to see Ahatea triumphantly sitting on top of the closed stone slab.
Oh, she would have pulled the rope up behind her, by the way.
Okay.
Okay. And
Mistress-
put. What? What is it? And she has
Mistress,
deeper rings under her eyes than usual, which says a lot.
Frogor is going to hop very mallardly over to her. I am so sorry, mistress. I have failed. What I have failed to do is to inform and remind you that I need to get some rare materials from there to give to the blacksmith so that I can get the other half of the dress.
No, I know about that. I was there for that. Remember? Was I there
Yes,
for
of
that? I
course.
was there for that.
Yes. I simply mean that I have failed to remind you, and now you have closed the...
We can open it back up. The point is just that there's some real annoying ruckus coming from down there that I cannot absolutely deal with.
Mistress, was it disturbing your sleep?
No, it was not. That was the wolf did that. He was disturbing my sleep. However, disturbing my breakfast.
Chuff is rolling up his sleeping bag.
I was just trying to enjoy my tea while this incessant wailing was coming from down there. So I'm just stuffing that hole for now, and we can deal with it later. Go back to sleep.
Frogor does as he's told and just like, shoop.
Toriel and Chuff are already awake and like getting things ready, and for some reason Frogor returns to sleep.
Instantly. like post hypnotic suggestion, just out.
Like falls over like this.
Like Vizini, haha.
Exactly. With less being dead, yes.
So can we still hear the wailing?
Not through the stone.
Cool, very good. Dealt with. Quest complete. Yeah, she goes sit down and pours herself another cup of tea.
How long did that go on for?
You ask in character or out of character?
Yeah.
In character.
In character.
How long did what go on for?
The sniveling, wailing, crying, whatever the hell that was.
For about an hour, I would say.
And then it stopped?
No, I just put a lid on it.
Yes. Okay.
I did go down there to check where it was coming from. It was coming
You
from
went down
one of the
there.
rooms. Yes, but I only went as far as we went last time to see where it was coming from, and then I was like, nope, I'm not going further. This is too dangerous for my life, so I went back up. And
all right.
on it.
Where was it coming from?
You know, like the hallways, like the one on the left.
There's still bugs there?
Yes. Though I did not count them.
Well, that's probably for the best. You'd probably still be down there counting them if you did that.
Yes, probably. Tea?
Yes, it is.
She like
Oh, no,
bolts it over like the reply, like huh? Because she's not used to like sassy replies like this. I mean, would you like to have some tea?
What kind of it?
It's breakfast tea.
I would love some, thank you very much.
Yes. She
Frogor
goes-
still sleeping, sort of like, comes up and starts like making the tea. Yeah.
Tea's already made, just need to pour it.
But he's putting extra tea leaves in. His eyes are closed, so he doesn't know that.
Wait,
but
is
he
he
feels
pretending
it.
to sleep? Is he pretending to sleep and do this, or is this actually sleep?
No, this is some stipulation. Yes.
Oh my god.
Look, the role of a knight is to serve and obey. He is serving tea, and yeah, so he'll pour them out.
Matea doesn't even like back an eye at the whole thing because she's very used to it.
Yeah.
Not the first time that happened.
Hilness,
and
thank
as
you
soon
for
as
the
the cups are...
by the way.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry. Thank you,
As soon
Hilness.
as the
Welcome.
cups...
Sorry, Bruce.
No, you go.
That's okay. I just was quickly saying thank you, Hilness, and welcome everybody for those who are arriving for day 7 of Dragonbane, Seeker the Dragon Emperor, amazing, awesome people all. Sorry, Bruce. We're just observing Frogor sleep tea serving. So yes.
Yeah. As soon as the
Steve.
cups are out of his hand, he just floops back over, very mallardly as usual.
Yeah.
Of course.
Flop.
The chuff is
Oh,
like.
speaking of sleeping mallardly, I forgot to mention, but like when Tia sleeps, she actually sleeps like a duck. So like she doesn't lay down; she's like basically sitting.
Mm-hmm.
Just so you know, important.
Okay.
What's the word?
Distinction.
Note for the future.
Exposition.
So Chuff takes a sip of it, is like, and just kind of sets the cup over on a rock, like,
So, my manners
And
said
that
us, yes, this is breakfast tea, but this is not like English breakfast tea. No, this is, you know, like ponds when
terrible
they have like
tea.
this green stuff growing on top, like the little,
Hmm.
what's it called? We call it Entengrütze in German.
algae.
But like, no, it's not. Is it algae? I don't think it's an algae.
Pond scum.
Let me look it
You've been
up.
given some hot tea.
And it's terrible.
It's terrible. It's really the whole thing is meta.
Another tear slides down the corner
Common
of
duckweed,
Frogor's.
apparently. Common duckweed
yeah.
or lesser duckweed.
Okay.
It's basically that, but brewed into a tea.
Wow. Okay.
Great for ducks.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why his cup is over there on that rock. And well, now that
Delicious,
we're
isn't it?
yeah. So I suppose now that we're all awake, we could go down and check. But why didn't we hear that before? Is that something that only happens at night?
Maybe.
So while these two are having the discussion, Toriel comes over, having overheard like half of it, being, so, what you hear?
Oh, there is like somebody crying down there, and it's very annoying.
I had considered going down to check on it by myself, but then I thought that would be, what's the word I'm looking for? Uncharacteristically stupid.
Hachi.
So instead, I decided to wait until I could, wake one of the others, which happened to be her. And rather than saying, "Okay, let's go down and check on it," she basically just took the watch, and I went to sleep. So, but then she went down.
So, I guess Frogor is not immediately next to those two at this point. So, if Toriel doesn't see him, he will ask the inevitable question. So, did he fall in the hole?
Oh no, he's there.
So, Toriel basically just peeks around and sees him sleeping probably behind one of the rocks. Oh, I see.
So going down to check that would mean going down one of the bug tunnels. The left one in this particular case, according to her. And he keeps looking over anytime Hatea shifts her position from her seat or whatever, and he keeps glancing over and
just making sure he doesn't get cursed or anything.
No.
No?
But I was thinking that now that we're all awake, now that most of us are awake, we should probably wake him up, huh?
He does need to sleep also.
He slept the entire night. Aside from, because he was the first on the watch. He slept the rest of the night away.
Greg, in rule terms, would Frogor get his full shift rest if we woke him up now?
I would say yes. I do think so. Because technically was already pretty well rested until you ordered Frogor to return to sleep.
Okay.
So yes, I think so.
In that case, she would just go, Frogor!
Yes, mistress?
Time to pack things up. We are going back down.
Rolling everything, attaching it back to Hogor, tying it up. He's got Chitgor. It takes about 7 seconds. And then he's standing to attention. Yes, mistress, of course. Would you like me to stop moving the stone?
Yes, please.
That is so impressive.
You will need a little help to do that because although Ahate was able to bring the thing closed, reopening it is a little harder than just...
Well, she was able to do that because she's a mighty duck. Okay.
Yeah, terrible duck.
Hockey.
Okay.
Hey, I get it.
Okay. So yeah, but assuming that Toriel or one of the other person helps, then you're able to Frogor is able to pull the thing free again.
No.
and is now open to below.
My brain is picturing like all four of us maybe trying to lift this thing up and move it, and like whichever one of us is on the backside just falls in the hole when the boat.
We got it.
Ah!
That's right.
I'm more imagining Toriel and Frogor on opposite sides of it,
Oh.
each trying to
Like
push
a
it open, and then Chuff or somebody
Yikes,
just like on the other side, just carefully, like slowly kicking it open in the other direction, parallel to them.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
Oh, that's beautiful. And we'll toss the rope back down.
Okay.
Really realizing that we hadn't tied it off on this end. And just a whole fault. No,
Yep.
don't do
no.
that. I mean, Chuff has his own rope, so he can just put another one down. But yeah.
Well, Ahatea didn't untie the rope. She just pulled it up.
I know.
Yeah.
It would be funny if you're like, whoops. Okay. So you can all go back down the rope. This time, since the rope is tied and is open and all of you are assisting each other, you don't have to make a check for this, which means you're all able to go back down. And I am aware that I must do that because you can't cross through time and space yet.
Well, we can. Just not that space.
Yeah.
But, you know, time is easy. I mean, we just cross through that all the time.
That's
Don't even need to do anything for that. It just
Right.
happens.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on a second.
Like jumping from one box car to another.
It's easy as breathing. That's
There
how
we
easy
go.
it is to pass through time.
There we are. Oh, and let me just move that.
Or like a
out of the-
character in a story I was writing used to say, it's easier than casting a shadow.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Very poetic.
So you were back down in the hole again. And there you made a fair bit of noise getting down, so as you sort of quiet down again, you do not hear anything yet. But Ahatea, of course, remembers where the sound was coming from.
Yeah, she listens in again.
He does not hear anything at the moment.
Nothing. Okay. Well, this is odd.
Mhm.
How late in the morning is it now? Roughly.
I would say probably like 9 o'clock. Not super late.
Well, yeah, she would be behind Frogor and like shining light over his head, I guess.
Okay.
So that he sees where he's going.
So when
Well, it's down there.
when
Which points on
reaching
the
the
hole.
tunnel,
Yeah.
Toriel would like to make a suggestion. So, seeing as this thing does take a turn back there, shouldn't we try opening one of the doors back in the other room?
Oh, yes, very good. Let's do that. Frogor,
Yes, mistress, of
this
course.
way. Points up into the other room. It's also portcullis, right? The door on the left.
The door to the left, is both of them are portcullises. That's right.
Yeah. So what do we see through the portcullis? Shining some light through there.
Yes, once you shine your light through there. Just give me a second. Once you
He's
shine
a
your
shadow
light,
of a portcullis on the other side.
you can see this. And you can see
Brain. Oh.
this. There are both passageways, really tunnels. Again, lots of bugs, worms, roots, etc. But you can see what looks like both of them open up into rooms, but the rooms go to the south, both of them, so you can't see what's actually in the rooms.
Can we hear any noise coming from the room?
How long are you waiting? Like, not making noise and listening?
A moment.
A moment, yeah, that seems
I'd
accurate.
say a moment, you don't hear anything.
Well, let's see how we can open this here thing then. And Artea looks for an opening mechanism for the portcullis.
Let's see if there is
See,
such a
What I immediately pictured when you said it is a portcullis, I immediately imagined Toriel being like, "I got this," and
slam.
Chuff
Oh,
realizing
door
what
opener.
Yeah,
Chuff
exactly.
realizing what's about to happen, and of course, Ahatea's like got her ear to the, and he's like, "Duck!" and like both of them go, "What?" And it's like,
Let's see. I would say Okay. Yeah, both of these are locked. And you can see now, I want to mention that this one here that Toriel asked nicely to open by smashing into it repeatedly, that was rusted. These ones are not rusted, but they both have fairly prominent looking keyholes. And you do not have a key for these things.
What's the keyhole on? Like, is it like, are they like chained to the floor or what's happening?
No, it's like a plate that's in the portcullis itself.
Try not to think about it too much.
Okay. Is anybody here? Oh wait. I would check if it's locked. Actually.
it just open. It just slides. No, it doesn't. No, they are both locked.
Okay. Yeah, she like looks around. Is there a doormat that somebody could be hiding a key under?
Go ahead and make an awareness check for me.
There's a mat. It says there is no key under this mat.
There's no doormat. And she can't think of any other place where somebody could possibly hide a key.
There's a big fake rock nearby.
Yeah, you don't see anything related to mats that might be covering keys. There is a table that used to have a warhammer on it and a mummified body that is currently lying on the ground.
She probably swallowed it.
But who would be hiding a key under a table, Greg? That's just insane.
Who would do that?
Nobody would do that.
No, that's true.
Now, go.
Would you say that a mummy's bandages are a rare material the blacksmiths might want?
The problem is that even it'd be impossible to extract it. Like, just pulling it off immediately crumbles. You could, I was trying to think about whether you could bring the whole mummy to the blacksmith. I think that's very unlikely that you'd be able to get it up the rope without it, it's already in pretty bad shape after someone used it to try to crush the head of a certain creature. So it's in pretty bad shape.
She wasn't using it. And
but certainly the stuff on it is almost sort of, into the skin, you would say, Frogor. Probably not going to be able to get it off in any way that would preserve the material.
All right. Well, in the quest for materials, Frogor's gonna head back down with Chitgore to the tunnel.
Okay.
Mistress, I shall bravely forge ahead. And he steps and squish of bugs under
I was
his.
going to say, just before he manages to do that, Chuffle kind of reached down and sort of pat him on the shoulder and hand him a torch that isn't lit yet, but he kept some of the wood from the fire upstairs and had wrapped some scrap cloth that he had from something else.
Mummy bandages.
Because since Ahatea is not here, that light source isn't here either. So,
right.
But he just handed it.
Frogor has no way to light this torch, so okay. He's just gonna take it and look at it and then hold it in his offhand, and he's got his sword in his other hand and Chitgore tucked under one arm, and is just gonna forge on into the darkness.
Just give me the chicken. And she takes a chicken and stuffs it into her robe, into one of her pockets. And it's a huge, weird bulge on the side now.
That occasionally moves.
Yeah, occasionally you hear it's fine. Okay, so Frogor proudly marches. Also, can we just take a moment? If you all zoom in at what you're looking at.
I was looking at that.
If Frogor suddenly turns, it is myself, mistress, in the mirror. Sorry, it was just because you put it next to your initiative token.
But upside down. So
upside down, yeah. But as you move, sounds good. Enjoy the meeting, Hilness. And thank you again for the sub. I appreciate it, man. So as you continue down the passageway into the darkness, you see less and less in front of you, Frogor. You do, however, continue to hear as you step on things. Finally, you reach here, but you cannot see anything to the north, except you know that it opens up into a room of some kind. But at the moment, you can't see anything.
He turns back. I see nothing. It's dark.
That is right when like while this moment that he turns around, like looks straight into the light coming out of the eye holes of the skull on the staff. Aha!
Oh, mistress, you are always one step ahead. I mean, 4 steps ahead. I mean, 10.
I hope not. I would rather stay behind you right now. Thank you.
You are always 10 steps exactly behind, mistress.
Yes, exactly. You got it.
So now that the skull with the light is here, you were able to see this in front of you. So, this is a dark, although somewhat more lit now, and damp chamber. There are what look like dug-out burial niches that are covering the walls from floor to ceiling, and there are broken skeletons and moldered rags and shards of crushed pottery that can be seen all over the place. This obviously must have been visited at some point by grave robbers, because you can see that skeletons are dragged onto the floor, and there have been crushed jars and slashed clothes and stuff like that. So there's a bunch of that you can see in here from the door.
So they've already pillaged all the materials that I would want for the blacksmiths.
Well, just from what you can see from the door, but you're not sure about what's, further in.
He'll step inside.
Okay. I'd like you to
Stay back, mistress.
Make a spot hidden roll for
But
me,
then you
please.
can't see.
Spot hidden.
Indeed.
I'm so good at that.
While this is going on, Chuff looks back at Tora. Is like, "Do you think I'm a cruel person?"
What makes you say that?
Because I just, and he drops his voice way, way down. He's like, because there's a part of me that really wants to like attach a fly to a very thin string and just bounce it in front of Frogor and see what he does. Just see if instinct just takes over. And
At that moment, Frogor fails his spot hidden roll because inexplicably he's got tears in his eyes.
It's a bad juju in the room.
I apologize, mistress. It's allergies.
Ahate, I'd like you to make a
Allergies?
spot. I'd like you to make a spot hidden as well, please, Ahate.
Spot hidden.
Please.
No.
No, you're too busy sort of trying to talk to Frogor about their allergies.
She's trying to figure out what exactly he's allergic to here.
Yeah.
we should probably keep up with them, huh?
Yeah, I prefer not to get stuck in the dark.
Oh
well.
Do we see
I
anything
guess.
that's not hidden?
Plenty of like not hidden skeletons, not hidden pottery, not hidden crushed stuff. If you move into the room a little more, at the point that Chuff comes around the corner, and then Toriel, I'd like both of them to make spot hiddens too, please. Checks.
Can you like unmask the map because we can't see where we're going?
I
now?
did. You have to refresh.
No.
I did do it.
Oh, I did. Okay.
And as they're doing their spot hiddens, Frogor is just like picking up random bits of pottery and licking them, and picking up like a t-shirt. It's got a rip in it. Oh, throwing it aside.
Tastes of the grave.
Yep.
Just gonna say, if he's licking shards of pottery, you can probably hear Chuff doing what dogs do when they're about to throw up, and he's like,
Atia also has a closer look at the pottery specifically to see if there are any markings on there or whatever.
"Oh, so close!"
Oh my god.
But yay!
It's a demon. That's true. Yeah, Chuff probably, staring right in the back of Toriel, although I guess Toriel would have gone in. I think, let's see. So you were picking up, say that again, Ahatea, you were picking up pottery, you said? And like.
You said they're like pots and vases,
Yes.
urns, I suppose.
There's skeletal remains. There are also pots and little bits of pottery all over the floor as well. And I guess I should ask that, is someone concentrating on something in particular between like pottery, rubble, skeletal remains, etc.?
Well, Atia would like to see if like any of the urns, pots, whatever, immediately jump out at her. As
Okay.
in so far, if they're like particularly fancy looking or they have like anything written or painted on them.
Give me another spot hidden, please.
No.
Nope. Looks like pottery.
Toriel would like to see if there's anything that he would judge to be of like good artisanship. Perhaps just looking for something shiny like metal because he's aware that that would probably outlast most other things.
Give me a spot hidden. You can take a boon to this if you're looking for something specifically shiny.
Okay.
And because it's a grave, we can also take a bone to this. Hey,
I
bottoms.
see what you did there.
Nice.
Ooh, 2. Okay, I'll come back to that.
Okay, yeah, that would be a 2 then.
Okay. Toriel, you do see something shining off in the far corner of the room, here specifically. And so if you move your token over in that general direction, you can see something, and it's below sort of these skeletal remains. And as you get close to it, you can see that the shiny thing that you're looking at, which looks like it might be the tip of a metal blade of some kind, but as you're looking, you could swear that you saw it move. And then you hear
so if this looks like a blade and it's looking like it's on the floor, and I have the feeling it might have moved, I would very much like to step on it to prevent whatever might be holding the blade from lifting it.
Okay. When you step on it, what you expect to step on, you do step on it, and it basically, like the top of the blade, the hilt smacks to the floor, and you hear a "ow" coming from underneath the skeletal remains.
That probably doesn't sound like any of our companions.
It does not to you.
It's like,
Okay. From right here.
Yeah, Atea also like immediately spins around and shines a light right in that spot.
Okay.
Frogor's like, he's got some, like, something he thinks might be a roll of silk, but it's rubbish, and he's still looking for materials. He's not noticing anything.
So as you see the light, as the light sort of floods that corner of the room, you can see sort of a leaning back sort of skeletal, figure, and its hands are down on the floor, long dead, of some probably human figure. But then as you're looking, you can see that the rib cage seems to be moving up and back. And then you look more closely, and there's nothing inside the rib cage, but there might be something behind it. But you hear it's just the ribs are moving up and down. Like the whole rib cage is moving up and down.
Like immediately just thinking of the skeleton on the fireplace from The Last Unicorn.
Voiced by Renee Ebersonnois.
Yeah.
Him turn water into wine.
The Last Unicorn. But it is definitely the rib cage, though, that is moving. And not the rest of the body, and also not the skull, and also not the front of it, just the whole cage.
Okay,
Yes, well, what did you find there?
Toriel maybe tilts his head around, his answers, "I'm not sure." And then as he's standing next to it, bows down and just grabs the rib cage and tries to pull it up.
You pull it free, and suddenly, behind the rib cage, you see this. It's not that big. You see a pitiful-looking goblin. The goblin is dirty and wild-eyed, and it looks at you. It's like, it is panting hysterically, would be the way to describe it. You can see that the goblin is wearing battered and broken leather armor. And thank you for the subscription, Effect Life. What's going on? Good to see you. Thanks for the tier 2 sub, Effect Life. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. And you can also see that, or rather not see, you also smell something awful. And you think it's coming from the goblin. If you had to guess, you would say that there's been some combination of bodily functions that the goblin has probably been through. It stinks. But it's also wide yellow eyes looking at you. And you can see its hand, which must have been holding the blade, still has its hand open as if it was holding the hilt a second ago, Toriel, before you stomped on the blade and brought it down. And it is like, and you can see also that his eyes are like flickering left and right, like looking almost at like the doors behind you. Also,
so is Toriel of the opinion that creatures like this can be bartered with?
I mean, I think that's really up to Toriel. It is not the case that these are zombies that are sort of lack sentience and they just do whatever they're told by their masters. You know, as far as you know, like goblins, I imagine Toriel's had his run-ins with goblins before, but goblins are certainly sentient and capable of reason.
Okay. In that case, Toriel would maybe lean down, perhaps a little more menacing than he intended, and
he pulls the ribcage back next to him.
Directly look that goblin in the eyes and ask him, "And what might you be doing here?"
He looks panicked. I was about to start to. He's very much in a panicked mode. I would like you to try to persuade him, Toriel. I'm going to give you a bane to this, though, because at the moment you are leaning down going, so, like, you know.
And the uplight. The uplight is great.
Exactly. Right, and the light coming from the skull of a dog, like, ah!
And Chuff is, seeing this goblin looking at the doors, has moved to block this passageway.
Okay. Yeah, so
I suggest taking the 19, or not the 19.
so he kind of is like, the sort of hyperventilating is stopped, and now we just see the quivering rib cage in front of him, and he's
he just freezes in place pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Frogor would like to notice now and see the horrible elf bullying a little green fellow and feel a bit of kinship for this goblin and very mallardly hop over and stand next to this goblin and look up at Toriel. What are you doing to this potential new gore? Looks the gore. You there with the ribs. Would you like to serve a terrible? It is terribly good.
Like is attempting to mold into the wall. Let me make persuasion. I don't think I'll give you this at a bane, but I don't know about a boon.
Because you are also small and green.
Yeah, well, right.
Ahatea would like bow down, lean down. That's the word I was looking for. To Frogor to like whisper in his ear. He doesn't seem to be potty trained. I don't think that is a good addition to our little group then.
But Frogor whispering. He classically can't control his voice, but he thinks he's whispering back.
Right.
Well, Chickgore was not potty trained when we first took him on, but he's proven himself well. Do you not think, mistress? I can potty train this one.
Into her robe, puts out
Right.
Chickgore,
Right.
and
Right.
check the pocket. Please tell me, Bruce. What does the inside of the pocket look like? How well is this chicken potty trained?
Chickgore did have a lot of bugs to eat yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the pocket's looking good.
Yeah. There's something squishy in it now, I think.
I'm gonna do this persuasion roll now. Never mind.
I guess press the digit. Oh, there isn't that spell anymore.
is saying as he's like trying to wipe the inside of Mistress's pocket and just coming out with loads of chicken poo with little bits of bugs in it.
God
And
damn it. You.
And then seeing that the goblin has also soiled himself after, like, with the rag that's already got, like, the chicken poo on it, he, like, flips it over, you know, turns so that it's on the clean side and then tries to hand it over. Clean yourself up if you're to serve Mistress Ahateo. You can't smell like that. Like, spits on the...
Eyes slightly flicker down to the rag that you're holding, and literally otherwise makes no other movement at all. Just
Okay, well,
great.
Frogor's gonna start cleaning his face then.
the goblin's face.
Yeah.
Yeah, not unless you're gonna. It's trying to block you. He's trying to block you with the rib
Oh,
cage.
yeah. Frogor can't reach through the rib cage. The holes in the rib cage.
Please tell me you try though. That would be amazing. So you reach
Yeah,
through the
absolutely.
rib cage, like he's like.
Come on, clean yourself up. You want to be presentable for the mistress.
Leave Grub alone.
I'm so sorry. Give me a moment. He'll be potty trained in 2 days,
Leave
mistress.
Grub alone. Leave Grub alone.
Grub door.
Leave Grub alone. Grub strong,
I think his name
powerful
might-
ribs. Yeah, holds up his rib cage.
Oh yes, they're very powerful ribs. See how they're blocking my hand from washing your face? I think his name must be Gob.
I do believe Toriel still has a hand on the ribcage.
Yes, that's true.
And
You could
would
just
very
rip it
much
away
like
from.
to,
Yeah.
as these two are discussing through the ribcage, just to pull it up.
Okay, so you're able to, without any problem, pull it up, which means Frogor's hand goes up, and the goblin is, and then looks around and like grabs a tibia from the floor and
I'm
like
telling
realizes
you.
it doesn't really.
I think he has a bone to pick with us.
What are you doing down here, small Gobador?
He's like so frantic. He looks like, like
Okay,
Grub's not answering right now. If you'd like to leave a
Frog-
message for Grub,
Right.
Frogor like pats down. He finds one of his rations and is like, Grobador, would you like to eat food, Grob?
what kind of food you offering?
It's just food rations, whatever food
Okay.
rations are.
That's fine. So the goblin sort of like looks down several times and like is still clearly frantic, but you can see like head leaning almost in that I am simultaneously terrified and absolutely starving. And it's kind of like looking below and then and it's like Grub strong has bone. Holds up his bone. Strong
Oh, you're
bone.
very strong.
Grub, many goblins come hit you with bones. Don't hurt Grub. Grub,
Oh, yes.
powerful. Bone, powerful.
Frogor is so good at dealing with people who think that they're much stronger than they are.
Well,
Yes, you're so powerful, little Grobdor. Here, eat your food. You'll need it to keep your strength up for when your goblin friends come to beat us up. And he's like trying to push Toriel away and stop frightening the little fella.
give me a persuade check again, Frogor. I think the fact when you say when the goblins come to beat us up, he probably likes to hear that. Would you like to be a minion?
Nice.
Ahatea the Terrible.
Very nice.
Ooh.
Have you heard of our Lord and Savior Ahatea?
So he
Savior!
kind of
The jury's
like
still out.
lowers the bone slowly and then like leans forward and it's still kind of like eyes continue to flicker up to Toriel who's holding the rib cage and continues to be like, and as leaning in towards the food does one of these deals where it's like we're getting towards the food while simultaneously staying as far away from Toriel's face as possible, and leans down and then like sniffs and then like bites a little bit. And then slowly takes the bone and like pulls the rest of the ration towards him, and then puts the bone on the ground and starts eating the ration.
Excellent. So just so you are aware, eating the food is part of it's kind of like fairyland rules, where if you eat the food, you are now officially a servant of Ahatea. So it was just part of the contract. If
Don't
you
want
left a
food!
small...
And spits it out. And then goes over, like starts like trying to retch. Makes these horrific like cat choking hairball noises on steroids.
Probably can now see his teeth really well, right?
Yeah, teeth would be generous.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm getting at.
Yes.
Because Ahatea like leans back down to Frogo again. Well, you see, I think this might be for the better, because also I think this guy's dental bills would be horrendous, and I don't think that is in our budget.
Exactly, Trippin. Don't want fish, said Gollum to Faramir. Exactly.
Mistress, are you trying to tell me that you pay for dental work?
Well, not for us, because neither of us two has teeth. So.
Yes, of course.
But I would be paying for dental work, as you know, as is in your contract.
Yes, of course, mistress. I remember every word of my contract. Grobdor, finish your food.
Serve it. Don't want to be. Don't serve. Only serve self and other big, strong things. I mean, besides him. Grabs the bone. Bone.
What? All right. Well, do you serve? What about that big, strong one? Points to Chuff.
And then sees Chuff. And then picks up the bone again. Except can't reach it, so picks up like now a much smaller bone, like maybe a finger bone.
I was gonna say a phalanges. Ooh.
Like points it sort of like wolf. Grub.
Stab you with metacarpal.
Grub is just Grub, and soon all friends will come back. You should leave. Grub will forget this chat happened. Grub is and then sort of leans back and goes.
I was just about to say,
Starts to cry.
Chuff not releases the air. That would be, ooh. He slowly not looses the air either. That's the same thing. Anyway, whatever.
Through the throat.
Yeah, exactly. Oopsie.
Sorry.
He puts his bow down or lowers it, and he's like, "Was it you we heard crying last night?"
Grub is lost.
Ahatea lets out the most exasperated sound.
Ghost is going to kill you.
We killed that ghost yesterday.
He stops. What?
You mean the ghost that was in the room over there?
Yeah, the big, tall, hair, long hair, mummy, strong, big, tall.
Yeah. And
She's dead now.
Frogo
like,
points to the
dead.
chainmail that he's
ghost dead.
wearing.
Oh!
And
And you see like a light of recognition, as if like, you defeat. Whoa! What about big? And then gets up and starts here, and like is like walking around, like waddling around. You think making the best pathetic goblin interpretation of a wight that you can think of.
Yes, that guy is also dead now.
He pauses. Whoa, and like gets this big, that Grub can leave, and then stops. Wait, did you become white? Are you a ghost? And like looks at Toriel. Is that a ghost?
No, he's just very fair-skinned.
Yeah. No, actually he has a tan, so. But.
Well,
Ahatea would like poke him in the side to see. No, see, he's corporeal.
And Grub sort of like looks closely and then very delicately just dink, and then like, you are powerful. You defeated the white and the ghost.
Clean up so that you may serve Ahatea the Terrible. This is what I've been saying.
But if you defeat the white and the ghost. He pauses and he says, terrible curse.
No. Listen, it's just the terrible, not terrible curse.
Terrible curse.
No, it's Ahatea the terrible, not Ahatea the terrible curse.
No,
Listen,
you destroyed the white and the ghost. Both of them destroyed. A terrible curse comes. So terrible, so cursed.
When is
No
that
curse.
supposed to happen? Or that?
No one knows. No one's ever beaten both of them.
Then how do you know that's what happens?
Because everyone knows it's a curse.
Well, we don't know, so evidently not everyone knows.
But maybe you're just dumb. And he seems like incredibly like he says. maybe
Drogon's
you're
like
just dumb.
shoving the cloth down his mouth. Like,
See, like, if she had like visible finger knuckles under her feathers, then you could like tell that her finger knuckles would be getting whiter and whiter.
Yeah, like,
She clenches her fists around the staff.
you get like the cloth. He's like, and you can see he's trying to say something else. Like,
Like,
So
it's
for
right
this
behind
job
you.
interview, I'm sorry to have to inform you that you are just not the right fit for the job. I hope you have further success in your finding of a new workplace, and ta-ta. And she like turns
and then
around.
finally spits out this cloth and says, No. Grub isn't the one giving curse. Grub says that terrible curse happens to anyone who defeats the white and the ghost. Grub went down with the goblin friends. All of them are dead. All of them were cursed, and they didn't even beat them. They were cursed when they got down here. Grub has been here for a week, hiding, surviving by eating bugs, and waiting as the ghost floated by. The big walked by. You are strong, but curse, though. Curse.
That explains much.
Curse.
You don't think your goblin friends were simply just killed by the right or by the ghost?
And Grub says, maybe. And then says, but also cursed. Grub tried to tell them. Grub studied. Grub knows things. Grub is goblin tribe. Librarian. Holds knowledge. Told them of a mound. Came down here, and they all said that when we came to the top, Grub would be killed because Grub got them in trouble, and then they were all slaughtered. But Grub knows there is curse. There's terrible curse. Anyone who takes the secret thing from the tomb of the deadly
Oh, you mean
night.
this thing? And she pulls out the
And she
statue.
sort of looks like, you take from the night.
From the tomb, if you mean the tomb over there.
Yeah. And then he grabs the rib cage and like pulls Toriel slightly so that he's like, scary curse, and like as if to say to Toriel, curse, and then is pointing at Ahatea, cursed.
Drogon helpfully lets Grubdor know that Toriel was the one who actually slayed the ghost and is the one who's cursed.
Woo, then you are also cursed.
Ahatea would like to cast Sense Magic on
Okay.
the figurine
Okay.
pieces.
All right. Go ahead and do that, and I need to remember what sense magic does because I don't recall.
Judging solely by the name.
Sense Magic. You can sense whether the place you are in or an item you are holding is affected by magic, and if so, what kind of magic. Wait, do I need to roll for magic tricks?
Yes, I believe so because they still cost
One, I think.
they still cost willpower. So I think you need to roll them. Let me double check though. Let me make
I
sure.
did roll and I succeeded, but
Yep.
just making sure.
You used so much willpower, you're a little bit blurry right now.
That's a curse.
Ooh.
Okay. Let's see. Magic
that
tricks
help?
are always
No.
prepared.
It was in focus. Wait, there you go. I just had to say no.
Metric sword paired or
Yes.
gesture to be cast. Yeah, it doesn't say that it's automatic. So I would say you do still have to. And I saw that you passed.
Yes.
So let me see. Interesting about the what kind of magic.
Statue magic.
Yeah, no.
Well, there's 3 schools of magic, right? Elementalism, spiritualism, one of those, and the third one. 1 second.
Elementalism
and animism.
Mentalism, right? Animism, elementalism, mentalism.
Yes, mentalism.
I would say animism.
Animism.
Yes. And very strongly.
Woo!
Especially now that you've combined both parts.
Toriel, you hear a little trickling of liquid. And as you look down below the rib cage, you can see that the fear of the curse has caused our friend Grub to...
This brings to mind 2 scenes from 2 movies. One is from The Mummy with Brendan Fraser, where his buddy Benny is like, "It's a curse! It's a curse! Beware, it's a curse!" And the other one is from Kindergarten Cop, where he's like, "Stop it!" Just...
That is I don't know whether ever before there have been those 2 movies to reference a tabletop role-playing actual play session. That's a combination. So anyway.
So, judging by that, Toriel would very much like to take a step back, perhaps also releasing the ribcage in the process.
Okay.
Because he values his shoes.
Yeah, exactly. And does so. And Grub sort of... curses make Grub nervous.
It would seem.
Well, I can't sense any curses. I mean, this thing is definitely magic, but I think it's fine.
And sort of
And she licks
Grub
it.
sort of looks at it.
Does her tongue tingle?
No, and when he sees you lick it, he's like, curses will come soon enough.
Thor. And she, puts a figurine back in her pocket.
Yeah.
Not
Which
the
one?
Pocket, a different
Thank
pocket.
you. Thank you.
Yeah, you hear like, oh, God. Right.
They
Grub
have a laundromat back in town. Did you see?
Grub sort of stands up very slowly. His back still to the wall, and he's like, so you killed the ghost and you killed the... Still can't bring himself to say the name. You're powerful. Maybe you can find power before the curse gets you.
What power?
Oh, power everywhere in the valley.
She gets really close to him, he's in. What power? Where?
All kinds of power. Strong power of spells, magic, also
Yes.
weapons and armor and
Magic. You said magic. What magic? Where magic?
Oh, there are many places. And sort of looks around wildly and says, well, and then looks, gets a slight bit of cunning, makes it sound like he's planning something, which isn't quite what I mean, but sort of like a calculating in his eyes, sort of as his eyes narrow a bit, and he's kind of like, Grub knows where power things are. If these people, it kind of looks at all of you, could help Grub. What is name? He says to you, Taya.
Ahatea the Terrible, as was said about 10 times since we met.
And he nods as if he's never heard the name before this second. And he nods. Ahatea, terrible. And who's the... And then points at Chuff. Oh, Wolf.
Chuff is very slowly just kind of dragging his fingers along the bowstring, debating whether or not to draw it again.
Yeah.
But he just, as he realizes that, what Grub is asking, he just...
and Grub sort of processes and does this weird
Your
terrible
accent is
version.
very thick. Yeah.
And then looks at Frogor and says, and what about Frog?
What
No,
frog?
it's
There's no frog.
Frogor. I am not a frog. I am a mallard. Points to his hat.
Mallard kind of frog?
Mallard
Oh.
kind of duck.
And
Quack, quack.
Grub blinks several times. Duck. Frogor duck.
Yes, good.
Okay.
Good, Grubdor. You're very smart, Grubdor, aren't you? Yeah, clean yourself up now.
Yep. And like as you're doing this, sort of points over at Toriel and says, and whose muscle holds rib cage guy there?
Toriel obviously not feeling very addressed by any of these. Assumes it's his turn and just looks at him and just dryly answers, Toriel.
Toriel? Terrible. As she's so chuffed. And frog duck gore thing. And then points to himself. Grub, the goblin librarian. For chat's curiosity, Grub, as in Grub, Grub. And he says, I can tell you about powerful things if you help Grub leave, and if you don't ever tell anyone that he told you things.
Would Ahatea ever have heard about goblins writing anything down? Ever?
Interesting.
Do they even have a writing system that is known of?
Conceivably, although it might be unusual, but the truth is that goblin lore isn't one of the ones, like a lot of people are just sort of like, oh, and then there's goblins. Like it's not a, it's like Gandalf with Hobbit lore, how like most people don't go in for that, So let me.
Well, it's more like trying to assess, like, is he just pretending to be a smart guy, or is it actually conceivably an actual library that he runs, or is this just like, or is this maybe like a lost in translation thing where he like think that librarian is like the correct word for, I don't know, lore keeper in
Let's
common
go with myths and
language or whatever.
languages. Let's go with myths and languages here, I'll tell you.
Wait, that's myths and legends. There's also languages, a separate one.
No, I want myths and legends.
And you got it, so that's fine.
So you remember, Ahatea, that at one point in your study, you did come across, there is a rather obscure scholar whose name is Dr. Goberins, who theorized that there was power to be found in what felt like the abject stupidity that most people imagine goblins existed in. And then, in fact, that was simply an indication of bigotry on the part of these other people, and gave evidence to suggest that goblins had a historical presence in some of the ancient places and might know things that other people would claim they claimed did not. That the goblins actually did have, according to this Dr. Goberins, some significant knowledge and, concepts and ideas. But this Dr. Goberins was basically dismissed by a lot of members of the academic community. And a lot of people thought, like, this guy doesn't really have any evidence to support it. But you were always a little curious because Dr. Goberins often referred to how creatures that have less power, or seem to have less power, often have more of it because they know where to find all the hidden places that other creatures might avoid or ignore. So if Dr. Goberins is right, maybe there is some intelligence to be found among goblin ranks, but it's not a common, including the ability to write, but it's not a commonly found thing.
This,
well, and Ahatea would relate.
I'm sorry, say again?
Because she's...
yes. Mm-hmm.
Because, like, she knows what it's like to be underestimated.
Yep.
Not that she would, like, ever admit that.
No, of course not.
This Dr. Goblins is actually 3 goblins in a scholar's robe, is it not?
In a wizard robe.
Yeah, Dr. Gobberins was never associated with any particular school, by the way. It was just an independent academic.
So
not
from
a lot of research
which
funds.
university did he get his doctorate?
Unclear. Lost to the mists of time.
Right. Okay. In that case, yeah, Atea would like lean back and stroke her non-existent chin again. Then show us. What else is there, for example, to be found here, down here in this tomb?
There's one more place. There are treasures, but
yes,
in the room over, but cursed. Oh, cursed.
Well, we can deal with curses. It's fine. Just show us where.
And sort of Grub lifts up a trembling finger and points out off to the east. So basically, I can move now. I think everyone knows what Grub looks like. I can reduce him back to his normal size. And so points basically in this direction over to the east. Like, so you would assume he means down one of these hallways, probably.
Well, go on. Go ahead. We are following you.
Oh, and then Grub said, Grub does not want to be cursed.
I said go ahead, and she like jams her staff menacingly on the floor.
You could hurt
Tries
Grub.
to intimidate him into
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. You could hurt Grub. I guess make a... I'm trying to think of the intimidate.
Sounds like he was just giving her permission. You could hurt Grub if you want.
You could hurt Grub if you poke any further. Don't do it. Okay. Go ahead and make a persuade. I'm trying to decide if I would have you do this at a Bane. No, just go ahead and persuade.
Significantly taller than this guy, I might add.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure. Significantly taller. Wait, what?
Than a tiny goblin.
Because he's sitting? These are not gnomes, to be clear.
Can Frogor
it sounded like he was hiding behind a human ribcage. That makes him very, very, very tiny.
He was, but he was leaning against it. No, goblins are probably about 4 feet, 3.5 feet, 4 feet. So.
Oh, they're like twice our size.
Oh God, persuasion.
So.
No.
I was going to say Bruce had a question.
Oh, sure. I'm sorry, Bruce.
I was asking if I could help with the persuasion.
Oh, I see. Yes. How are you going to do it?
By just cajoling, like, come on, nothing terrible happened. The only terrible thing that happens when you're with Ahatea the Terrible is Ahatea herself.
And Grub gives you this dubious look, like, you know, it's terrible. But I will allow that. Go ahead and make a, so roll that again. We'll assume then that Ahatea was a boon. So go ahead and roll one more time.
Okie dokie.
But this time, make the roll.
Yeah.
Actually,
this time do it.
No.
That was
that's not right.
so close.
Grub seems pretty uncertain about going anywhere. Just poking you in the side is, reaches up, grabs the rib cage, and then like holds it by his side, like, you know, holding a bag to try to keep from being poked in the side.
Grub.
And looks at you.
May I make you an offer?
All right. You think he's attempting to say your name?
Yeah, figured. If you help us, I will give you something that I'm fairly certain you want a great deal.
Just stand on top of my cousin Glob and jump on top of his head and call him a stupid head because he hurt Grub one time when he was little in school?
No.
Well, okay, well, something else?
And Chubb reaches back behind him, pulls up a water skin, and sloshes the liquid back and forth. If he's been down here for a week with nothing to eat but bugs and apparently no source of water, that's going to sound really good to him.
Earthworms have plenty of water by volume. No, so he kind of so he sort of like seems like he might be receptive. Go ahead and make a persuasion. I'll let you do this at a boon as well, Jeff.
Okay. Persuasion, you say?
Persuasion.
There's one. And there's a second one, and neither one worked.
No.
Because earthworms are so juicy.
So juicy.
Which is why in the video games they say, ow! For those who loved Earthworm Jim.
So that's right. So Chuff says, Chuff says, I'll just take over character. Grub says, is what I meant to say. All right. If you help Grub get out of here, he kind of like gestures to the whole place. Grub will show you place in here and give you 1 rumor for free. And then you need to promise to never tell anyone about Grub and give him food and bring him food once in a while and don't let anyone find out that he did that.
So the conditions are that we have to help you get out of here.
Safely without hurting Grub.
And we have to, that's not free.
He kind of processes. But you get information.
Yes, but you said you'd give us 1 free rumor.
Oh, an extra rumor? A bonus rumor? A rumor?
And how keen are you on customer satisfaction? So, for example, if your rumor turns out to be, what's the word I'm looking for? The shit that's been pouring out of you down here.
He looks down at the floor. Grub can't help self when he gets nervous.
Sure, whatever. Who do we come to beat even more of the shit out of?
Grub's
if
cousin,
your rumors...
Grub. And he smiles widely.
And where would we find this?
Oh, Grub
Glob?
will show you. You can beat up Glob. Even if you get it, even if I'm right, you should beat up Glob. Just go beat up Glob.
This Glob was not one of your goblin brethren that came down here with you.
No, Glob is a coward.
I see.
Glob runs the store. He's the thief. Also, I wish Glob was
just
dead.
making notes about like goblin economy and sociology and all that jazz.
Frogor would
Could
like
be called anthropology still.
Yep.
Frogor would like to just to recap, to rewind a little bit. When you were saying the list of things that we should not tell anyone about, such as that you were helping us, did I mishear you? Did you say, and don't tell anyone Grub is a dad?
And Grub's sort of like, what?
Or Grub isn't dead? What?
No, Grub said, don't tell anyone that Grub did this.
Okay.
If the goblins find out that Grub helped not goblins, they will be angry, and then Glob will come and punch Grub in the face again. He does that anyway, but he'll do it twice this week instead of once.
Sounds fun.
I hate
Wait,
Glob.
This week?
Glob does it a lot.
So you've been here for a week. You haven't been punched in the face
He
yet.
punched me just before we left. He said it was for luck. His luck. And then he left. And then he kicked me in the face. And then he went back in his store.
And then they closed you in here.
No, then we all came down. And then there was a big fight. There was a fight in the room. And then all of us ran down this hallway through the bugs. And we came in here. And then I heard roar. And then blah. And then roar. Blah. And then there was just blah. And there was no more blah because they were all dead, I think.
But occasionally you heard, and Chuff uses like the arrowhead and like scrapes it along something metal. And then
he nods furiously.
Yeah, then you heard
touch of
that.
the old fear in his eyes.
Yeah, that seems to make Chuff quite happy that he scared him a little bit too. Opinions from anyone but Grub?
I do need materials for the blacksmith, so I think we should head out. And if Grub wants to stay here on his own in the dark, then I suppose we'll just have to go without him. He's obviously doing that thing that you do with children.
Right. Grub will go if you help Grub get out, and you never tell anybody, and you give Grub food once in a while.
And you'll show us where this treasure is?
And he nods furiously. Yes! And he steps forward and picks up the rib cage. I swear by these bones!
Are you sure those are very important, strong bones?
They have been the bones that kept me safe. I'll always remember them.
Emotional support bones.
This seems legit, to be honest.
Sorry, I have a cat who's decided to leap up where he's not supposed to go. What are you doing, Ganesh? You coming down? Okay, good. Good job. Sorry. So Grub says that he will show you this room where this other stuff is, and that he'll tell you one additional rumor if you can get him out, and if you can then not tell anyone that he did that, and you can, quote, bring him food once in a while. He seems vague about time, so you don't know what once in a while means, but...
Well, that also means that we can simply interpret it as we want.
It's true.
So,
I mean...
Yes, sure, go ahead, show us the way.
Our oh-so-heroic knight already gave him food once, and he spit it out. So clearly he must not want it that much.
And he kind of... that was worse. Grub does not want cursed food.
No.
You see his eyes welling up with tears.
Atia looks at Shaf like very seriously. That is a really offensive move to make. The duck hand build thing.
I know.
Come along, little big friend, big strong friend. Come on, ignore everybody else. Would you like a batrito?
Oh, batrito.
It pulls out one of the squashed up pancake batritos out of his pants.
And he says,
"Ooh,
I love Mexican food."
Oh God!
And takes it. And he heads off down the hallway, chomping away on the batrito. You notice that he squishes through the bugs, and he seems to be humming to himself on his way. Grub eat bugs, bugs don't eat grub. Bugs are not there because Grub is safe because he beat the bad guys. Someone else did. Yeah. It is maybe the most tuneless combination of notes that you have ever had the pleasure or displeasure to hear. But regardless,
with displeasure.
Yes. Okay. That's very nice. When he comes to here, and you bring your light to bear.
Yes.
He brings you into the. Yeah, there's a bear. No, he brings you into this room, and in the room you see a dark chamber with a packed dirt floor. There are 7 simple sarcophagi of stone lined up along the walls. Several of them are open, and 2 of them have been thrown onto the ground. And Grub points, and he says, see? And he points at several, and as you look more closely, you can see several what look like goblin-sized skeletons, which suggests that there's no flesh on them. Whatever killed these things, either they've been here forever, which seems less likely based on what Grub told you, or something literally flayed the flesh from their bones. And there's nothing left but just the bones themselves. That's near the open sarcophagi. But there are other ones, and Grub says, other ones have cursed people, princes and princesses and kings and queens. There is treasure there, and then he munches, also a curse.
Aha. Tia would like to inspect the remains of where the goblin bones are and around the sarcophagi that were opened.
Okay.
To deduce what kind of curse, quote unquote, more likely trap, was lain there.
You're not sure if it was a trap, Ahatea, but you definitely get the sense that something violent happened to whatever it was that was doing stuff with the sarcophagi. You can see that there are several of the skeletal hands, of the skeletal goblin hands, are clutching the edge of the sarcophagus as if they were trying to hold on while they were being dragged away by something. So you don't know that it was a trap. You think something, however, found and destroyed the invaders, if you had to guess.
Okay, so like, do the bones have like gnawing marks on them or anything?
They do not.
Are they broken in any places?
Yes, in many different places. But the sarcophagi were smashed open, and several of the bones were smashed, like the, like rib cages and stuff have also seemed to have been smashed. It's possible that when they tried to open these things, they fell open, some of the bones got crushed, and then something else came along, found what they were doing, and,
How many are open?
There are 3 of them that are open. 4 of them are untouched.
Are there any inscriptions on those that are open or next to them?
There do not appear to be inscriptions, no.
Wait, so the number of sarcophagi on the map doesn't match?
Yeah, I know. I don't know why, but
okay.
there's definitely, well, they sort of do, actually. If you look at the bottom left, there's 2 of them that are smashed, but there's a third one that sort of looks semi-broken. But yeah, it's supposed to be...
Yeah, but then there wouldn't be 4 left.
No, I know. There's supposed to be a total of 7 of them, and 3 of them have been opened and plundered.
Okay. What do these sarcophagi look like? Do they have any markings on them?
They do not seem to have markings on them. They are all standing, I should say, and are like standing up against the wall. And they all look to be, in fact, one thing you do notice now that you look closer, is that there are a couple of these, 2 of them, I beg your pardon, that are smaller sized. So 2 of them look to be kind of like adult human sized, or maybe like chuff or torial sized, and several of them are smaller. 2 of them are smaller. 2 small, 2 larger.
Are these like nested sarcophagi, or are these just one layer?
They seem to be one layer, you think.
Okay.
Each of them.
Do they have faces painted on the
No,
head part?
although there are curves over what you would assume are like, like their arms are folded like this. So there are like little bumps where the arms would be, but no, there are no faces.
So like
on
no
the
death
sarcophagus.
masks or anything?
Correct, right.
Toriel would like to take the opportunity and walk around the room, holding his hand maybe next to like the space between the sarcophagi and the wall, and see if there's a draft going near any of them.
Let me give you an awareness check, please. Yeah, they're not Russian doll sarcophagi, exactly.
That's what I was thinking. You open it, there's another smaller one.
No, that's literally how they're made. Like they're like traditionally Egyptian sarcophagus. Like those have multiple sarcophagus stacked inside of each other.
Yeah. No, this looks like a single layer. I guess I should say, theoretically, you could open it and find there is another one, but at least from the outside, does not look like they're nested. Toriel, you do not feel a draft. Everything looks like it's been kind of picked over, except for the still sealed up sarcophagi.
Is there any disturbance in the dust on the floor which would indicate where something other than goblin feet had been moving around?
Yes, I would say even without having to check, although everyone walking around has probably obscured it a bit. But yes, I would say that through the dust and certain bug corpses and bones, there is a straight line that somewhat straight, that seems to be dragging like this. Like something is dragging through the dust and whatever debris on the floor, or was dragged.
A thin track or a medium or wide track?
I would say a fairly thin track.
Okay.
Yeah, sarcophagus Jenga tower, exactly.
Is there anything as Frogor is like looking around for materials that the blacksmiths might be interested in? Is there anything in the open sarcophagi or like lying around? He doesn't want to open any sarcophagi that are still closed, but like, Is there anything lying around that he could pick up that might be of interest?
It looks like a lot of this has been plundered already, Frogor, although you do note that some of the sort of smashed skeletons do seem to have some kind of cloth material or something like that, which, like I mentioned with the mummies, are partially sort of fused to them. You don't know whether the sealed sarcophagi might have kept out the air more safely, and if so, if that material, like if you're just trying to guess, this looks like it was once the sort of stuff that's on top of the bones that you can see, that this was once like rich finery, probably worth a good deal. But this exposure to the air and, while they plundered it and all, mostly destroyed. If like actual not destroyed versions of this are inside the sarcophagi, you'd think it probably would be fairly valuable. Grub is, sort of like leaning back against the corner, eating his Batrito.
Toriel would like to take the opportunity and take a peek around the corner where the drag marks leak.
Okay.
Elite, is there anything like lying on the floor?
There is not anything lying on the floor, but there is a closed portcullis right there.
So
What do
whatever
you
made those marks got through the gate somehow.
Do you think that this is all things that were done by the White and the in which case it's quite safe for us to do whatever we want now?
Are you asking this of everyone?
I'm asking the group.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think? There's not much for me to take back to the blacksmiths at the moment, so I might have to pop open one of these.
Well, yes, I'd rather you do not get disintegrated like these guys. And she shoves at one of the bones on the floor with her foot.
It rolls over.
Oh, she picks up one of the bones and tosses it at one of the closed sarcophagi.
Doink.
Sarcophagi.
Bonks off the sarcophagus, the stone sarcophagus cover.
Oh god, she's gonna take so much willpower, not points for that, hopefully, to get over herself and pick up one of the bugs from the walls and toss it on one of the sarcophagi.
Ah, okay. It wriggles back and forth as you're holding it, and then and it hits the sarcophagus and then kind of hits it, and then kind of rolls / crawls, half rolls down.
Well, they do seem to be safe to touch, at least.
Brogor touches one.
Ugh.
Rogor disintegrates.
Nothing happens, although from behind you hear curse, and then you look over to see Grub eating a Batrito.
Well, this seems to be safe then, and Ahatea reaches for the next closed sarcophagus that's closest to her.
Okay.
Puts her hand on it. Does she disintegrate?
There's one that's big and one that's small that's right close to you, Ahatea. You have a choice.
The small one.
Okay.
Ooh.
When you open up the small
No,
one...
she doesn't open it.
Oh.
My god, she puts her hand on it.
Okay.
Greg.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens. Okay, she casts what
I don't
was
know
it?
that spell.
Sense magic.
Uh-huh.
I would not say that these seem magical to you. The place is sort of faintly
Oh, I need
magical.
to roll. I forgot.
Oh, that's true, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, so... Oh, actually... So...
I need to look this up. It's
Fizz-
weird that
it
I would need to
fizzles.
roll for magic tricks.
I know, we need to double check on it, but I don't... Just from a quick check, I think you do.
Happy New Hour.
It's fair point. Yeah.
How close are we getting to grave robbing here?
I hope really close. I would rather like to take some stuff back with us. And also, and she points at the hammer and the chainmail that we already took.
Yeah. If it gets to the point where it looks like Ahatea is going to open a sarcophagus, Frogor will run over and like put himself in between and open it instead of her, just in case it's the opening that disintegrates. It's obviously better if Frogor gets disintegrated than Ahatea.
Is Ahatea thinking about doing that?
Wait, sorry, I was reading the rules. What was the question?
So Frogor said that that Frogor would open up the sarcophagus instead of you, Ahatea, if it looks like you're going to open one.
But then you might get hurt, and then who
That
will
was his
take care
point.
of all my stuff?
Chick Gore, we've been over this.
He's not even potty trained.
She is not even
He's not
potty.
even potty trained.
Unless he's a cock, in which case.
Nah, she's a chicken.
She like stands there and like really visibly is thinking really hard about this.
Toriel, just
And
quick
then
note.
she's gonna try to fool the goblin into opening the sarcophagus and just like pretends like, it smells kind of yummy in this sarcophagus. Do you smell that, Frogor? And she like winks at him.
And
Frogor, his hat over his eyes, does not see anything. No, it kind of smells like musty old dirt and mummies.
No, it smells like a food. Like, yes, it has an earthy flavor or odor, I suppose.
Lifts up the hat. Oh, yes. So earthy and like Batrito times 10, am I right?
Surely it could be some very expensive and rare mushrooms in there, possibly.
And you hear Grub say, "Delicious curses," munching away on his Batrito. Makes no move whatsoever towards the sarcophagus.
I will do it myself. And she flings open the sarcophagus.
Toriel, a quick
slow
note.
motion.
Okay, wait, I want to process this quickly, and then we're going to have to wrap here just a sec. Toriel, first of all, the portcullis is locked as well on this side. Does not look rusty. And the scraping, seems to go through and underneath the portcullis. So as if, the portcullis must have been up or something passed through it somehow. But in any case, the scraping goes through it. Okay, now Frogor, you're literally leaping forward to try to interpose.
Yeah.
Okay. I would say that probably what ends up happening is both of you then end up sort of pulling at the thing at the same time.
And we both disintegrate.
Yeah, exactly. It opens and you see inside a child-sized humanoid skeleton. But on the child-sized humanoid skeleton, you can see each of them, this one is wearing a gilded headband, and there is a jeweled ring upon one of its skeletal fingers.
Well, what do we have here?
And you do not disintegrate, in case of
yeah, she picks up, again, one of the bones, like one of the thinner, longer ones, and, pricks away at the mummy to see if anything happens.
Okay, so you prick at it a couple times, and
skeleton, whatever.
print it at the skeleton, and the third time suddenly, and it falls forward, and for a minute you're like, and then it just crumbles forward, lands on its face,
wait,
breaks up a little bit into
I
bones.
need to roll first something. Agility.
And she's poking away at it with the bone. It starts doing the Stewart thing. Don't!
Okay, yeah, she gets out of the way on time.
Okay. Smashes to the ground, breaks up, and you can see the headband on the skull, which is separate, and then the ring on the finger bone of the creature that's also on the ground. And as you look in that direction, where the bone was, you see that Grub appears to have vanished, but in the distance somewhere, you hear the sound of curse, which is a good spot for us to bring our session to a close.
Or that.
And yes, we will talk more about what has happened to Grub, and what about this curse that Grub keeps claiming is going to happen.
He's gonna steal our rope.
Super, super excited to see what happens as we finish up with this. I was thinking about calling this session Grub, but I didn't want to give away the name, and I also wasn't sure if the party was going to go down there and investigate it or not. So I am very glad that you ended up meeting with Grub, the Goblin Librarian. Led to some very funny moments one way or the other, which we will talk about as we go through. But first we're going to go with experience, so I will start with Frogor, and I will ask whether or not you participated in the game session.
I did.
You did. So go ahead and mark something off. You didn't get a demon, did you? I don't think during this. I think only one person got a demon. I think it was Chuff, maybe?
Yep.
So,
yep.
Okay. So you did participate in it. What are you marking?
Spot hidden.
Love it. I love it. This is so great, too, because every time something happens, you're like, we might need this. And then you like want to see if you can build that up. I love it. Did you explore a new location?
Did the sarcophagi room count? It's part of the same area, isn't it?
It's part of the same area, so I'd say probably not.
That's fine. Then no.
Did you defeat one or more dangerous adversaries?
I don't think so.
Did you overcome an obstacle without using force?
Yeah.
Because which one are you specifically thinking
of? Persuading Grubdoor
Yep.
to stop crying.
Agreed. I would agree with that. So what are you going to mark for that one?
Healing.
Healing. And did you give in to your weakness?
I did not.
Okay. So 2 marks. Let's see what you get.
Boop.
Okay. Yes, you advance in both. Both healing and spot hidden are advanced. Good stuff, Bruce. And good stuff as well from Frogor. I love the idea of the whole, can we potty train them? Chickor will take over. We've been over this, you know. And the idea, I was also cracking up at the idea that you and Toriel are like battling over the stone slab and you're like doing the uneven thing. That's very funny. And I am interested to see if Frogor becomes the defender of the weak and powerless, mostly because he thinks that way you can be used for like minions, and you don't want to throw away perfectly good minions if you can get away with it. That was a lot of fun. How did you feel about today's session? Where will the lovely folks find you next?
Yeah, I had fun as usual today. It's always fun playing with this group, and yeah, I think he's going to keep trying to recruit people. Like he's obviously managed to recruit Toriel Gore and Chuff Gore, so
Sure.
he's doing something right.
Totally.
And yeah, we'll see how that goes in the future. And the next place you will see me is right here, back again next week for more Dragonbane.
Next Tuesday for more Dragonbane, where the party will presumably finish up with their work in the Rittermound and think about where they go next. Thank you, Bruce. Good stuff today, as always. Good stuff as always from Tren. Tren, let me see. Did you participate in the game session?
No. Yes.
Yes, you did. Did you explore a new location?
No.
No. Did you defeat one or more dangerous adversaries?
No.
Did you overcome an obstacle without using force?
Overcame Atea.
Could you overcome Atea without using force?
Kinda. But I'm going to say no.
Okay. And did you give in to your weakness? Okay. So 1 mark this time plus the demon. What was the demon in, by the way? I didn't remember.
What was the mark for?
It was for participating in game session.
Oh, yes. So I guess I should mark something for that.
Yes.
Huh? Okay. Well, shit. I'm going to put that in healing again.
Okay. And then the demon was for, what was the
spot hidden.
Okay, so you got one in spot hidden anyway. All right, let's see what you get.
Okay. There it is. Beep. I said beep. Damn it. Thank you.
So
healing.
Yep.
Healing went up by 1, and spot hidden did not.
Did not. Okay, but you have improved healing even further. Same thing that I mentioned. I really appreciated Chuff's reaction to these other ones. The whole thing where Ate is like, right, you can go down and take care of that, and Chuff's like, and then goes over to go to sleep. And the fact that Ate almost doesn't understand how to read defiance, like, what does that even mean? Like, I don't. It doesn't compute, right? Like, it's not even anger. It's like, what are you doing? So that was very funny. And the fact that Chuff ended up being someone that could provide at least the theory of trying to reach out to Grub rather than you could be a minion was like, what if I gave you something different? Trying to associate something different with Grub other than just, we're not here to kill you. We are, however, here to forcibly, press gang you into our minion group. That was a whole different thing. How'd you feel about today? Where will the fine folks find you next?
I will echo Bruce and say that playing with this group is always fantastic. It's just so much fun. It's really nice when you get a group of people who very quickly learn kind of how to read each other and either completely understand the intent that's being presented or completely don't understand the intent but still make it fucking funny. And it just works so well. Good improvisers are always a joy to perform with, and I think we've got that in 4s. Well, 5 if you count that dude. Yeah. So where will people see me next? Here.
Yes, next Tuesday. And then remember, everyone, a week from Thursday, also you will get a bonus of Tren, not just playing games, but also talking about voice acting and voice narration. Audiobook narration coming up a week from Thursday. Thank you, Tren. Good stuff today. Good stuff as well, as always, from Tari. Tari, did you participate in the game session today?
Yes, I did.
So what are you going to mark?
Of elementalism.
Okay. Did you explore a new location?
No.
Did you defeat one or more dangerous adversaries?
No.
Did you overcome an obstacle without using force?
Yes. I dealt with a stupid, annoying whining noise from down there by simply closing the fucking door.
I'm actually tempted to give that to you since you did
Thank
actually go down and then come back up, and you're like, right, I'll just stop it. I don't know whether you overcame it as much as paused it, but I'll give it to you. What are you going to mark?
Well, it stopped by the time we got back, so I'm gonna take. Oh God. I'm gonna take myth and legends.
Myths and legends. Okay. Did you give into your weekness?
Yes, so
You
much that I
sure
think I
did.
deserve 2 marks.
The greatest weakness of all time. Yeah, single one.
Oh,
Just wish it- exactly. Okay, so 2. What are you going to mark for that one?
Yeah. God, I don't know. Beast lore, I guess. That sort of works.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do that. Let's see what you get.
I get beast lore and myth and legend. No, wait, I need to go higher. I forget.
Yeah,
all the time.
exactly.
I get elementalism. Okay.
You get elementalism. So actually, your elementalism is increased, but your myths and legends and beast lore have not. But listen, nothing wrong
Very
with increasing.
difficult to remember.
Yeah, nothing wrong with increasing your elementalism, though.
Yes.
How, Tari, I really appreciated Tea's, first of all, as I said, handling the sound by eventually being like, right, I'm just going to put it over. The image of you sitting with the tea and then being like, the twitching eye was very cartoon duck funny. I love that.
Yes.
And also the sort of sequence of coming down, going over to Frogor, being like, listen, I don't want. If you die, what happens next? And Frogor's like, chick gore, you're like, but not even potty trained. Also, the multi-pocket thing was funny, too. So there were a lot of good things going on with Hatea today. How'd you feel about today? Where will the fine folks find you next?
Oh, this was wonderful. I agree with the report we are having here is absolutely fantastic. And also, I just really enjoy getting to play a deliberately very silly character, like a very cartoony character in every way. To the point where she might be oh God, what was that system again where you can actually play as cartoon characters?
Oh, Toons. Wasn't there a
Toons?
or no,
Yeah,
Toon.
well, I never played that one.
Oh, okay.
But
That's the one I know.
You told
was
me
called
about
Toon.
it.
Yeah.
Also, there was like a third-party player species for D&D, where you can play as a cartoon character with like 3 different sub-races.
Yeah, I don't remember what the third-party
And
supplement
it's like,
was, but
yeah, I just like really enjoy like the aspect of like, oh, everybody else here, but minus Frogor, is like regular adventure type characters, and then there's like these literal fucking Muppets running around.
Pretty
It's
much.
just fucking great. Everything here is very much Muppet movie, like energy, like Treasure Island and that kind of stuff.
It's why Toriel reminds me a little bit of Michael Caine as Scrooge in Muppet Christmas Carol, because because the whole deal with that is that he said he was going to play it as serious as a heart attack. Like he was like, I'm 100% the way to do it is not to be goofing around at all, like as the one non-goofy person in the whole thing, and like and
Trendon is a Tim Curry
plays
to that,
beautifully. Yeah, of course, exactly. That's exactly right, actually. Where will the fine folks find you next time?
Well, here, next Tuesday, as was already said. Besides that, people can find me on the social medias, such as Tumblr and Blue Sky and Kara.app, where I post my art and other things. So go follow me there, Plox. And other than that, we'll have a gamebook illustration stream again at the end of the month.
Yes. And I'm excited for it. I will not reveal the title yet, but I already told Tari the title, and I'm super excited for that game book title.
Yes, I'm also excited.
Always a pleasure, though, Tari. I really enjoyed this as always. And Crocs really enjoyed this as well. I'll talk to you about how you felt in a minute, but first, let me ask, did you participate in the game session?
I sure did.
You did. Did you explore a new location?
I turned a corner.
Yeah, I think that's probably...
A couple of them, actually.
I mean, as much as that is turning over a new leaf, probably, no.
Did you defeat one of more dangerous adversaries?
My fear of bugs. But
yeah.
No.
Well, how that did. Did you overcome an obstacle without using force?
Well, the attempt of communication was made with all the best intentions.
I was trying to decide, I was thinking about this, about whether that counted or whether the fact that you were trying to intimidate him by ripping away his ribcage was actually not forceful or was forceful. I was trying to decide like where that played in. I will say I will leave that up to your honest measure. If you think that that was kind of overcoming without using force, I'll accept it. If you think it was kind of forceful and maybe not so much, then that's also, it's up to you.
Well, I did want to mess with him a little, so I'd say no.
Okay. Did you give in to your weakness?
No.
Okay. All right, so you've got one mark. I don't think you had a demon or a dragon for this one. So what are you going to mark for game session?
I am going to mark evasion.
All right, sounds good. You've been working on that a couple of times. Let's see that evasion.
It'll be useful when...
Now I get that.
Yeah, completely evaded. What do you mean? You're like a master of evasion. So unfortunately, that does not go up in this case. Again, I thought that Toriel, the image I mentioned already, the thing with Toriel and Shuff. I love the image of Toriel and Frogor, the uneven stone slab thing. But I also really love the idea that you were like trying to pull away the rib cage, and sort of this whole like discussion through the rib cage thing while you're holding it on one side was cracking me up. How did you feel about today's session, Crocs, and where will the lovely folks find you next?
Oh, it was great fun as always. As much fun as holding a ribcage between some people who want to talk can be.
Is there a reason this party gets into that? Like, you spent much of last combat, Chuff was trying to like bash things with a mummy corpse, and then Toriel spends much of this one holding a ribcage. Like, there's all some serious goth going on here, or I don't know.
It's using what we're supplied with.
Sure.
It's just like there's ample supply. I heard.
Right. If I put you in a party city, you'd just be throwing balloons around instead of like rib cages.
Maybe party poppers and cakes. Yes.
Exactly. Where will the folks find you next, Mark?
To everyone's surprise, I'm going to be here next week.
Exciting. Very exciting to have you back as well. This was great work. I couple what everyone has said about the rapport and chemistry between the group has been fun, and I cannot wait to see what happens as we get ready to leave this place and where they're going to go next and what they're going to do about trying to track down your boy Grub. What are they going to do about him? Maybe he will just become a legendary figure in the background eating a Bat-Rito. But great work from the entire group. Chat, can we get some love, as always, for Crocs, for Tari Tunes, for Trending Sparks, for Undeveloped Bruce. Wonderful work, team. I will see you folks next week. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.
All righty. Good stuff. I love it. It was great. It was amazing. It was better than cats. Okay. Now, we are not quite done for us, however, because not only do I have a stream coming up on GOG at the top of the hour, but also we are going to use a little bit of the power of Effect Life's created ARVBot, because we need to do our nominations here. So I'm going to exit the game here. That was a good time. It is true. I don't know that I've had that since I started streaming tabletop stuff. I don't know that I've ever had 4 weeks in a row of the same campaign. I'm pretty sure that I haven't. I think that that's the first time that that's happened, and it just happens to be the luck of the way the months sort of equaled up. So it just happened to be that way, which is cool. Yes, I will not forget. I'm just popping them up right now. Just a moment. Let's get the polls open. Polls are open. Polls are also open in a couple of key primaries in Indiana and Georgia, although there's not a whole lot going on except trying to continue to push forward the Democrats' overperforming narrative, which is important to continue. Okay, we're going to do that. And go there. All right. So what game... hold on, let me do the nomination thing. What game are play this month? Okay, so if you do exclamation point, dollar sign, beg your pardon, dollar sign nom, N-O-M, space, and then your nomination, it will add it as Echo has just done right there. Dollar sign nom, space, Kathy Rain 2, Soothsayer. So that is what you need to do. Again, we're going to try to get 4 or 5 of these. Then we'll vote, and the top 3 will go through. We'll have the final vote of this next week, and then I will be playing it the week after that. So now is the time. Kathy Rain 2, Soothsayer. Do I have other nominations? Wraith Fennec, these can be any sort of, I have an Intellivision 2, although I would take a little time to set it up, but I have one. I have a Retron, which allows me to play Sega Genesis games, Nintendo games, things like that. I have a Nintendo Switch, so I can play pretty much all the Nintendo stuff. I have a PlayStation 5, and I have also a PC. So any of those things I can take games for. And they can be any games that you'd like to see me try. I reserve the right to veto if I've A, already played them, or B, I'm going to be playing them as part of my normal list of games, or C, if they're horror games, which I don't really like horror games and I don't want to be scared, so no. Yeah, so that's the problem. I already played that. I'm going to veto that only because I've already played it. It's a good idea, Wraith, but unfortunately I have already played it. And I like Caves of Kood, but I already played it. Stardew Valley. So Stardew Valley is fine. Are you talking about the endless whatchamacallit thing? It could be. That sounds familiar, Wraith. It's possible that that's what it was. It is possible. Dragon Spear, you're talking about the Stardew Valley with this endless whatever thing? Ooh, what is Kiln, Big Boss? Yeah, I did. Oh, because I already did it? Well, it's the if it's the same Dragon Spear, if it's the one with the extra thing, Dragon Spear there's this thing that has like something extra that affected Stardew Valley. So if it's that, I'll accept it, although I don't remember exactly what it is. Kiln is a Double Fine game. Okay. Are we talking like point and click though, Big Boss? Which is what I would assume if we're talking Double Fine. And then what is 6 Ages 2? Sounds like a lot of numbers. 6, 2, we got ages. Well, it has to be a mod, though, that makes it very different, Echo. Like, for example, I'm going to be playing Starfield when it's done, when the Star Wars mod, which makes it almost an entirely different game. So I'm also probably going to be playing Heroes of Might and Magic 3, but I'm going to be playing, like, the Horn of the Abyss, which is a whole different campaign. So it's something like that, basically. Hollow Knight Silk Song and Hades 2. I did play Hades 1. Shape of Dreams. Basically, tag. Your mission is to carry water and avoid being crashed while being a pot. I love it. That's the Glorantha one I tried to nominate. Okay, cool. That's a good question. So, I can try any of them. Clair Obscure, I've been hesitant on this game because thematically, I'm not sure I'm really in the mood thematically for a game that really spends a lot of time contemplating mortality at the moment. Like, that's not anything against the game. It's just sort of I'd rather not at the moment, Triffid. It's not anything negative about that. Hollow Knight Silk Song, I'd probably get my ass kicked by it is the problem, but I mean, I'm certainly willing to give it a shot. And the same with Hades 2. I liked Hades 1 okay. I just, after a while, I was like, because I don't love roguelites or roguelikes, whatever one it is. But I have not played Hades 2. So I'm certainly willing to give that a shot. Stardew Valley with Endless just modifies the time of the day to not stop. Well, the real question then, I guess I would say Dragon Spear is... Yeah, well, it depends on... This is the difference, though, Wraith Fennec. If Shape of Dreams is like Slay the Spire, where you're constantly making progress even when you lose, I'm okay with that. What I don't like is I play it and then I go all the way back to the beginning. That's the thing I'm not a fan of. And as far as the Stardew Valley with Endless is concerned, I guess I have to put that up to, if it has meta progression, no, that's fine. That's fine. I'll take that. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, like, it's up and down for me, Effect Life. Sometimes I do like games like that. Obviously, I think it's important to have stories that deal with the entire human experience, roughly speaking. But there are other times where I'm like, man, I just don't want mega depressing all the time. You can't nominate more than one, but you can replace one. You can replace one with another if you like. Dragon, I will leave this up to I know that Dragon Spear is an honorable person. So I will leave this up to Dragon, which is to say, Dragon, if you really think that Stardew Valley with Endless is vastly different in terms of gameplay, I'm not going to veto it automatically. I'll trust you. But you do know that Stardew Valley is a game that I played, and I was kind of like, If you really think that Endless does change it a lot, then I'll leave it in there. But I'm going to leave it up to Dragon Spear to judge. That's a good question. I don't know. Is Kiln single player? I'd never heard of it before it was brought up here. And by the way, I'm playing Tactical Breach Wizards right now as part of my regular main rotation, and it started out as a Patreon Field Chat Chosen game. So a lot of these games I end up playing more of later in the day, later in time. So, but this is a pretty good set of nominations if I can get an answer about, is it multiplayer? Probably then Big Boss. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work then, unfortunately, Big Boss. Do you mind nominating another one? Because that's probably not going to work if it's multiplayer, just because I might be able to get someone to do it, but wait. Is it local multiplayer? Like local co-op? Or is it online? It's online, yeah. So it's probably not going to work for this, I think, Big Boss. Do you mind nominating something else, Big Boss? And so let's say no on Kiln. Nothing wrong, just because there's no pressure with the mod. I guess my biggest frustration with Stardew actually is the pressure. So I guess I'll leave it on there. I will leave it on there because my big issue is the pressure, and that actually probably would change it fairly substantially if I didn't have to deal with the pressure. And always happy about the obscure niche games too. I don't have a problem with that. Okay, so Big Boss, let me know if you have another one that you want to do instead of Kiln. Nothing wrong with it, Big Boss. Just, I'm going to remove it for the moment. And you choose one, Triffid. Which one do you want me to give a shot? Do you want to nominate? Either one of those is fine to nominate. Hollow Knight, Silksong, or Clair Obscure. Okay. Oh, wait. Yeah, Clair Obscure. I'm going to respectfully turn that down. I'm going to say I would rather, if you're okay with me doing either one, I'd rather do Hollow Knight. I'm really not in the headspace for Clair Obscure right now. Nothing against that game. I'm just really not in the headspace for right now. As long as you're okay with Hollow Knight. Okay. Lovely, lovely. All right, so they've got those, and then Big Boss, are you nominating one other one? Right, that was that's what I felt, Wraith. I felt like Stardew Valley. Everyone's like, it's so cozy. I'm like, no, it's not. I'm losing out. I'm missing out. Okay, so you're good with that as well. All right, so we've got this. Okay, going once, going twice. All right, folks, so we're going to open this now. So now the top 3 vote getters of Kathy Rain 2, Stardew Valley Endless, Hollow Knight Silksong, Silk Ages 2, and Shape of Dreams. The top 3 vote getters, which you type in by doing $ vote, space, and then the number, those will be the ones that we end up putting through to the finals. So please vote for your favorite, the one you'd like to see me play, for nominating it. If we have only 2, I'll take it. But otherwise, if we have 3, then those 3 are the ones that we will use. Man, these are very different, too. 6 Ages 2, Hollow Knight, Silksong, and Kathy Rain 2, Soothsayer are very different. 6 Ages 2 is getting a lot of love. I see that. We got a lot of votes. We have Prince Justin with a lot of votes. Okay. We got 6 Ages 2 has definitely got a lot of votes compared to the others. All right, now here's what we're going to do. In this case, I am forbidding Prince Justin to change his vote because Prince Justin always does that, and it's no fair. So no more changing vote this time, Prince Justin. So Prince Justin has to stay with the one that he's got, especially because there's 2 votes. Yeah, no. I'm stepping in. It's an intervention. I'm not letting you do that. But I do need someone else to either change their vote or vote for one of these others. I'll take the top 2 or the top 3. 6 Ages 2 is definitely going to go through. So the question is, we need to do either 1 or 2. There's 1 vote for Soothsayer. All right, so we have now 2 votes for each. So last one is, if we get 1 vote for one of the other 3, we'll put that through. Otherwise, we'll just have the top 2. Also, I wanted to mention that I think after I finish with Tactical Breach Wizards, I think the next game that I might do might actually be Heroes of Might and Magic Olden Era. This is a little bit of a timing issue because GOG is very hopeful. We are hopeful. I don't have any inside info, but we're very hopeful that GOG is going to get Heroes of Might and Magic, or rather, let me put that another way. Heroes of Might and Magic Horn of the Abyss is already on GOG. So what I'm thinking I might do is I might have Heroes of Might and Magic Horn of the Abyss, play that on GOG as soon as I finish with Avaland 2, and then I might play Olden Era on my own channel. I'm thinking I might do that. Because it's been a long time since I played Heroes of Might and Magic, and I'm jonesing for it, and I've heard really good things about Horn of the Abyss. And I've looked at, and I think Olden Era looks pretty good. So we will see. All right, going once, going twice. Okay. Very nice, everybody. 3 good games. Kathy Rain 2 Soothsayer, Hollow Knight Silksong, and 6 Ages 2. What's up, Butthurt Gamer? Hello, hello. So, if we could have someone put together that straw poll, Echo often is Johnny in the spot with this, and then have one of the mods add that. Thank you, as always, Echo. Very much appreciated. Have that added. I never know whether Echo is faster at making a clip or faster at making a poll. I think we need to have a hypothetical battle between Echo Alpha, the clip maker, and Echo Alpha, the poll maker, and see which one wins. But one of these is going to be, if we could put that, one of the mods could put that with next game, then that is going to be the poll that we do. It'll be open until next week, and then it will close down, and then I will play it the week afterwards. Thank you, Echo, for putting the nominations up there. That's great. I like these. These are 3 good choices. All right, now, just before I sign off and I get ready for my GOG stream, a couple of announcements if you missed these from before. First of all, if you are into, I should talk about the schedule here. I'm going to move this. That goes there. And this goes here. Okay. So, quick note on schedule, folks. Thank you very much, Triffid. Quick note on schedule that's going to be important. Let me get rid of this now. And thank you all. Just a moment. Okay. And that one we can do there. Okay. Right. So quickly going through this. So calendar looks like this. We are going to be doing Evoland 2. I should be close to finishing that up. I'm guessing 2 more sessions possibly to finish that up. That'll be over on GOG.com at 4 p.m. Eastern. Then Thursday, Tactical Breach Wizards. We are moving into the end of Act 3, and we should finish Act 3 the next session and be getting ready for Act 4. I'm guessing Tactical Breach Wizards is maybe 3 more sessions, so we'll do that on Thursday the 7th. Saturday the 9th will be more of D&D with Infinity and Beyond, Eberron Oracle of War. We are in the final season and indeed the final section of that campaign, and that is going to set us up nicely for ArvCon, about which more in a moment. Then Tuesday the 12th, a week from today, we will have more Dragonbane, 4 Dragonbanes in a row. Very exciting. We'll have that next week. And then we will have at 4 p.m. Eastern, more of Evoland 2, which should wrap that up, I believe. All right, sounds good. Sleep well, Echo. Thursday the 14th will be my Gloomhaven playthrough that I do with one Mr. Zach Clay. And then I will also be honored to have a special at 7 p.m. Eastern. So basically 7 to 8 is going to be the awesome and amazing voice narration conversation I'm going to be having with one Tren Sparks. That will be Tren. That will be CSE Cooney, Claire Cooney, and that will be Andrew Hiller, who wrote the book Horny Chutzpah, which came out from Athos Arts. And he and his sister actually narrated the audiobook of Horny Chutzpah. So he is going to be chatting with myself and with Tren and with Claire Cooney about audiobooks and voice narration and stuff like that. So you would definitely want to check that out. That should be interesting. And then right afterwards, Gloomhaven with Zach and myself. Saturday the 16th will be more Tactical Breach Wizards as we finish up that game, or at least move towards finishing it up. Sunday the 17th is going to be a very special community D&D with Prince Justin and Prince Justin's Court session, but it will be a special kind of like, would you describe it as a prequel or like a sequel or a adjacent quill Prince Justin or something? Oh, thank you, Big Boss, for always being always your kind words, Big Boss. Thank you for all of that. How would you describe Sunday's 17th session? Oh, everyone is back, so that's a regular session. Okay, so just ArvCon. All right, great. Sorry, I got confused because of ArvCon. Right, so that'll be a regular Prince Justin full-out Community D&D, the 13th Icon session, happening on Sunday the 17th. Tuesday the 19th, 2 weeks from today, will be the Patreon-fueled Chat Chosen Game of the Month, which will be picked by then. By then, I suspect I'll be done with Evoland 2, and so over on GOG.com, we will have Pen and Pixels playing Heroes of Might and Magic, and I'm going to be doing, again, Horn of the Abyss. That is the plan. And then the evening of Tuesday the 19th will be the Our Vocalist returning with Citizen Sleeper 2. It's going to be awesome. Yeah, that is funny. I love that. Thursday the 21st is the beginning of ArvCon. Now, you may be saying to yourself, no, wait a minute, Arv. I thought that ArvCon always happened over Memorial Day weekend in the States, which this year is May 22nd, 23rd, 24th, and 25th. Normally, but this time we're doing something a bit different. We have expanded on Thursday the 21st, and I'll make this official announcement on Blue Sky, but because you're all here, you get a little bit of an early warning, so to speak, a early peek into the schedule. ArvCon 2026 will begin with a pre-show, and it will begin with Expedition from the Mysterious Peaks on a Thursday evening, followed by Friday the 22nd, the official beginning of ArvCon, with more Expedition from the Mysterious Peaks. So 2 days in a row of Expedition from the Mysterious Peaks. There was one time, and it was when we did the live event on Thursday at the Klein Theater, Triffid, so there was that one time, yes, but that was not considered part of the pre-show, and we've never had 2 consecutive tabletop sessions of the same campaign happening one day after the other. But yes, there was that time that happened for sure. So Friday the 22nd, day 1 of ArvCon, which I just realized I have to change something. Let me edit this quickly. That should say this. There we go. ArvCon 2026, day 1, will officially begin with more Expedition from the Mysterious Peaks. Then we have Saturday, ArvCon 2026. We begin with the interview with the Damon Runyon Cancer Research Foundation scientists. It is always an honor, since the whole thing is to benefit Damon Runyon, to have a chance to talk to these scientists. Very excited for that. Then our vocalists and myself will be playing a tabletop role-playing game, as one Mr. Zach Clay will lead us once again in a D&D session of some kind that is supported by Zach Clay as your GM. So you'll get a chance to see me playing along with Indy, with KP, and with Rem, and Zach will jump into the GM chair. This was a lot of fun last year, and we're going to be doing that again this year from 12:30 until 3. At 3:15 p.m. Eastern, day 2 of ArvCon will roll on with By the Dice Roll and Ghosts of Saltmarsh. This is still a little bit tentative, but I think we have this in play, but we'll know that, as I say, day 2 By the Dice Roll, Ghosts of Saltmarsh at 3:15 p.m. Then at 6:30 p.m., we will have our concert. I can tell you that we have already got 3 of our previous concert musicians are back, which is great, but I will tell you the details about, I'm looking to see, there's one other person or group of people that may be joining us who would be a new addition, so I need to find out if that's true, but we are going to have at least 3, if not 4 performers coming up for our concert on Saturday the 23rd, which is going to be great. And then Saturday at 9:15 will be the conclusion of day 2, Community D&D with the Shadow Crew, and they're calling this, and I quote, EX, Shadow Crew EX, a special one-shot. So that's going to be happening. Very excited about that as well. A quick note, by the way, Triffid, that I'm going to be speaking to several of, I'm going to be approaching a few of the mods about things regarding mod duties this year. So I haven't forgotten that. I'm just, getting everything squared away, but I will be doing that. That's just a quick aside, as I saw you mention that. So yes, there's going to be a special one-shot with Shadow Crew EX coming up on Saturday the 23rd. On Sunday the 24th, we have day 3 of ArvCon, the marathon session of Dungeons & Dragons with Infinity and Beyond. This is the epic conclusion of Eberron, Oracle of War. This campaign, which has led everyone from level 1 all the way to level 19, will it conclude with them ending up at level 20 as the campaign comes to a close, or will they party wipe? Will they succeed? Will Eberron be saved or not saved? We won't know until Sunday, the 24th, when Eberron will conclude, which will set us up for Infinity and Beyond, starting with their new campaign, Shadow of the Dragon Queen with Dragonlance. But that is going to be for a little later in the summer. This is going to be wrapping us up, though, with the conclusion, the epic conclusion of Eberron, Oracle of War. Then, Monday the 25th, at 1 p.m. will be Prince Justin and members of Prince Justin's court playing the Traveler system, but using a particular setting in the Traveler system. Now, I know of the Traveler system, but I'm extremely unfamiliar with it. I'm actually really looking forward to checking it out, because I honestly do not know much about the system at all, other than obviously having heard about it. So, and I don't remember what the setting is that's unusual, but at least it's going to be set in the Traveler system, I know, which is going to be super cool. So that's going to be happening 1 p.m. on Monday the 25th. On Monday the 25th at 3 p.m., it's a science fiction set in the Blue Planet. Oh, it's the Poseidon Adventure set in the Blue Planetverse using Traveler. I love all of that. Love me some Poseidon Adventure. I first saw that when I was in middle school, Prince Justin. Like when I was in 6th grade. What a strange movie to show us. But yeah, I saw the Poseidon Adventure back then in the Blue Planet verse using Traveler. That's awesome. So that's going to be happening 1 p.m. on Monday the 25th. At 3 p.m. on Monday the 25th, we will have the annual tabletop role-playing game with Damon Runyon Cancer Research Foundation scientists. This year, the GM will be Brandon O'Brien. Brandon O'Brien is going to be doing the GM work this year. Very, very, I know, that's what I thought, Trivet. We had to like stay after school to see it and everything. It was really weird. Anyway, yes, so the tabletop game with the Damon Runyon scientists featuring Brandon O'Brien. So you're definitely going to want to be here for that. And then I will wrap up ArvCon at about 6:15 on Monday, May 25th. As we will have raised money, I will be telling everyone the goal for ArvCon 2026 coming soon, the monetary goal. And all of that is going to be a win a bunch stuff. Also, I should mention, Drew is going to be around and participating, but is not going to be able to include the giveaway photograph that he usually does, which means that this thing, I have been given one myself because Prince Justin is extremely generous. This will be the top prize. That's right. This photograph taken by our very own Prince Justin. You will note it is on metal. You will further note there is a stand there that you can actually use to set it up. Prince Justin's will be the top prize. I may add something to it, Prince Justin. I'm thinking of possibly adding a book of mine to it as well. I haven't decided yet, but there will be many giveaway items and many things going on throughout the course of the convention, but the convention of ArvCon, but this will be part of the top prize. And I'm trying to, hold on a second. All right. Because I wanted to show it without that reflection. Look at that. Look at that. Super, super cool. It really, really is nice. From Prince Justin. So you will get a chance to see that and own it yourself if you are the top donor. If you are the top donor for ArvCon 2026. So it's going to be awesome. And again, I'm so grateful for that. All right. Tuesday the 26th is going to be 3 weeks from today. That is going to be our gamebook illustration stream with Tari with the following gamebook. You all ready for this? The title of the gamebook that we'll be doing on Tuesday the 26th, the day after ArvCon, is Car Wars Fuels Gold. Oh, yeah. Car Wars Fuels Gold. Can't wait. Tari specifically requested a car-based thing, so it's going to be Car Wars. We've done one of these before, so this is going to be a second one, a Car Wars Fuels Gold. I'm excited about that. I love it so much. And then Pen and Pixels will be back to more Here's a Bite Magic, the Horn of the Abyss. Then Wednesday the 27th will be Community D&D with the Shadow Crew as they continue with Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Thursday the 30th will be more Tactical Breach Wizards, which is going to be a really good time. Excited to finish that game up by that time. I love Fuels Gold. Isn't it good? I just saw it. I'm like, oh my God, it's so good. And then Saturday the 30th will be D&D with viewers to wrap up the month of May, Up the Beanstalk. So I want to point out that starting on the 21st, when ArvCon begins, we will have the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, and 28th. We will have literally 8 consecutive days of channel content. 5 of them are based on ArvCon, the pre-show and then ArvCon, and 3 of them are part of our standard stuff. In fact, if you include, let's say the 16th, Saturday the 16th, that's the 16th and 17th, the 19th, the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, and then the 30th. From the 16th until the end of the month, we will have out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, out of 15 days, we will be live on 12 of them. 12 out of 15 days. That is some content, people. So it's going to be great. And then, of course, June is going to bring us a lot of fun stuff, including Roleplay by the Bay, the game that I am doing, the tabletop con, special actual play event that I am running with one Mr. Zach Clay. So I'm super excited. It's going to be great. And ArvCon, people, I really want ArvCon to go well this year. We have always done so well with it every year, and I'm going to be setting a goal that I think we can make, but I really want to see us blow past that goal if we can. they are the Damon Runyon people. I've said this many times, are so grateful to us. And that's not hyperbole. I've literally talked to them about it. They really have sort of adopted this event. And it's really a morale booster for them at a time when they desperately need it, when science is under attack by a retrograde and intensely stupid administration, and also intensely evil and all the other things. At a time when this is the case, they need that sort of moral support more than ever. And so our little con that could has really made a difference for them. And I take that very seriously, and I'm very proud of it. And I'm proud of all you that contribute all of it every time. So the reception with Damon Runyon was amazing. I got to actually see, and I posted about this, I got to see a lot of the skyline of New York City from the 78th floor of the Empire State Building. I got to listen to scientists making inspiring presentations about their work. I did talk about it. I talked about it, I think, the day after I was back. I talked about it, but it was amazing. So I'm just really honored. They're going to be providing scientists not only for this game that's coming up in ArvCon, but also for the Roleplay by the Bay that's coming next month. So super pumped about it. And they were great. So yeah, it's going to be great. ArvCon is going to be amazing. But right now, though, I got to get moving because I got to get on out of here and get ready for my stream tonight, or later today, I should say, over on GOG.com. So if you like this stream today, I hope you will consider following the channel. I hope you'll check out our YouTube at !ArvTube. Please subscribe there. Discord is !ArvCord. Blue Sky, !ArvSky. Website, ArvinElleron.com. Financially, !ArvTrayon is the Patreon. !ArvShop is the merchandise area. Please support both of those. Subbing to the channel, as several of you did today, makes a big difference as well. You get those custom sub badges and emotes to use here, there, and everywhere across Twitch. I have updated the inspirations, so everything should be current. There are channel point inspirations left. Both of them are available for the month as well, so all of that is reset and ready to go. On the publishing front, Icarus, my graphic novel from Athos Arts, Library, my Tales and Tomes, The Forbidden Library, my 5e adventure and sourcebook from Alligator Alley Entertainment, and Greyshade. That's my Greyshade, Renegade, and Heretic, the Grey Assassin Trilogy IP, critically acclaimed, award-winning. You can get those at that link from Athos Arts. You can get the audiobooks of Greyshade, Renegade, and Heretic from Tren Sparks at that link as well, and you can also pre-order the Greyshade, Renegade, and Heretic, but specifically the Greyshade tabletop role-playing game you can pre-order from Alligator Alley Entertainment, coming to you from Brandon O'Brien as lead designer soon, so I'm very excited about that as well. Yeah, I know, and I'm also wondering, Team Even or Team Odd, also Team Chaos or Team Order or Team Chaos. That's a big part of it too. And as always, !BLM, Black Lives Matter, important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. !Help Now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Important to reach out to others when you need help and reach out to others when they need help as well. And !Ukraine, UKRAINE, to help the people of Ukraine as they fight back against an illegitimate war with bravery and courage, and send the message will do so for others in that situation in the future. Again, continued love to the people of Minnesota and Minneapolis fighting a winning battle against the federal occupation and invasion of their city with bravery and courage again, and with inspiration that helps all of us. Much love to all of you. Thanks to everyone who made this an awesome stream tonight. Always a pleasure to have everyone here. Thank you to my wonderful mods, Dragonspear, Hillness, Prince Justin, Triffity, Matt's the best in the business. Thank you to my Patreon supporters and subscribers, Dragon, Hillness, Prince Justin, Triffid, Effect Life, and Nonstop. And thank you to my wonderful viewers. Thank you to Atero. Thank you to Baron Valar. Thank you to Big Boss, to Butthurt, to Jagtress. Thank you to Wraith Fennec, Sunny Boy, the Air Master. Thank you to Teutonhammon, and thank you to Wispy Song. Thanks everyone for being amazing. I really appreciate it so much. Don't forget, I think we've actually run out of this one promotion, but remember, occasionally I'm going to be doing these promotions where you're going to have the opportunity to get a 35% off gift subs like gift packs and stuff like that. So hopefully you might take advantage of that in the future if you feel so inclined. But I'm going to rise up on out of here and head over to GOG.com to get ready for what is almost the end of Avoland 2. And otherwise, I will see you folks right back here again on Thursday for more of Tactical Breach Wizards. Until then, everyone, please be good to each other. Thanks all. Special thanks today to my wonderful Dragonbane crew of Crocs, of Tari, of Tren, and of Undeveloped Bruce for being amazing and awesome. Thanks to all, and much love, everybody. I'll see you all soon. Bye for now. See you, Gog, in a bit.